Good evening. This is the Cantina Carpool podcast. My name is Collin, and with me, again, is my co-host and as well as a guest. Gentlemen.
Hey, I'm Sam.
And I'm Chris.
Thanks for joining us, Chris. You get to see what it's like to be a very amateur podcaster.
I'm a star for the day.
Hope you brought
I'm famous.
Yes. Hope you brought your fame hat with you.
And if any of my home friends find this, I'll be very famous.
There you go. Post it all over the place.
Yeah.
Look at what Chris
Kyle
did.
will find a way.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. That is usually my luck.
Well, awesome. So we have a loose topic today based around sports.
Sports in general.
In general.
We're going to do a little discussion on sports in general. That's what we got the whiteboards here for. We're actually going to be ranking sports in order of our favorite sport to watch to our least favorite sport to watch.
Ooh,
Okay.
how in depth we getting? Like how many sports?
We're gonna think of them
He's
as we
going,
go.
I was just going to say,
I did
was
not
like, knowing
prepare
Sam.
at all.
I love sports, so I could go on for a little bit.
We can go as in depth as you want.
He'll be whipping out sports we haven't heard of yet.
You probably will.
What the hell is that?
And then we're just gonna have a general discussion on football because I think we're all football fans here. So
Heck yeah.
that's our topics for today.
This is interesting. So OBS had an update right before I hooked everything up, and I don't know if our chat is working.
Chat is broken.
If anybody is in the chat, can you send a test chat, please, just so we can see if this is working? I'm going to mute myself over here.
I thought someone was talking back to you.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
You got voice chat? That seems dangerous.
Chat. I got the chat room up on my... Oh, what'd you do different?
I double clicked it twice.
Wow.
Now it looks a little different.
Wow, are you from the IT department?
I am.
Unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah. It says we have a couple viewers. If you are in chat, can you just send a test chat for us, please? We're just making sure our OBS update here worked.
All right, so
In the meantime, we'll continue on.
we got to think of some categories here. Well, actually, you know what? Let's not do categories this time, and we'll just do
no
a
categories.
straight up and down
Lawless.
of most favorite to least favorite.
Most favorite to least favorite.
Yep.
So we're just gonna plot it.
So just plot it like on a graph.
This
Okay.
definitely looks like a Sharpie. I was a little bit nervous for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
No, not that marker.
And again, we're ranking by favorite to watch, not play, since I don't think any of us really play sports anymore. Because you haven't been doing volleyball lately.
I have not. No,
Yeah.
not lately. And I would never say I really played sports well. I just played them. I was on the team. So
Sure. I played football in 8th grade. Does that count?
it does.
Yeah. Was that the only sport you played?
It was,
as a kid?
regrettably. I would have been very good at track and field. And to this day, it's minimal, but I regret not trying track and field because I was a hell of a runner.
I
Still
did
am.
track and field because I went to a very small school, and our football coach was also our track coach. So if you didn't play baseball and you were a fat lineman like me, you didn't have a choice. He was like, "You're running track."
Yeah.
So we actually had something called the Fat Man Relay because our whole conference was full of these small schools. And a lot of the football coaches and track coaches were the same person, and they did the same thing. So there would be a 4x100 relay every once in a while that would just be linemen from the football team. So
Perfect.
anything from guys my size to 300-pound guys
Sure.
to whatever. And then, yeah, it was the funniest thing to watch.
That's awesome.
Except for I was in it, so people were watching me.
Other than, the degrading title, but,
Yeah. Oh, I like the
No big
title.
deal.
I own it.
That's cool. I do kind of wish that I would have at least tried shot put in high school, but
How long did you play football? You were on the high school team, weren't you?
yeah, I was for the first 2 years.
Okay.
Then after that point, I was having too many back problems that I kind of had to quit. So
That sucks.
I never threw shot, but I threw disc. Once again, not well, but I did it. That way I didn't have to do another running event. So, because I also was forced to run the mile and the 2 mile, which was not good when it came to like the conference meet because we didn't have a lot of other people that did it. So I'd get put out there against the kids running like 5-minute miles, and I'm probably running like 7. So yeah, getting lapped in a 4-lap race is not very cool.
Yeah. 7 minutes is pretty respectable, though. Did you just say 7 minutes?
I think it was like 7 minutes. I was right around 7 minutes. I mean, I'm not in that. Trust me, that's not going to happen now. I'd have a heart attack before I ran a mile.
I've never ran under 8 minutes in a mile ever in my life, so I'd say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think I did like a 7:20 or something in the last time doing it in high school. That was it.
Yeah.
I at the time, I felt that was pretty good. But yeah, you still definitely had those kids running like 5-6
Yeah,
minutes.
there's insane
It's
people.
Like, oh, okay.
It's actually one of the fun things to watch in the Summer Olympics because those people just sprint it. They just sprint for a mile. It's insane to watch. I
They're
don't understand
conditioned
how
to
you
just
can do that.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, I was always the slowest guy in everything.
Really?
In football, I was like, there were seriously like 350-pound guys that were faster than me. I'm not a fast runner at all. That's my weakness.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we're going to come up with sports on the top of our head. So let's go with football because that's the one we all have in common. So if you want to rank on your sheet, feel free to, at any point, erase something and move it if you need to.
Yeah,
if you like think of it. And once we get like 14 on here, maybe then we'll want to be like, oh no, I actually.
I don't know if there's
higher,
14 sports we're going to name, but we can try.
There might be.
If we get to equestrian.
Equestrian. Start naming obscure things like cave ball.
Yeah. Table tennis.
Table tennis.
Yes.
That's arguably a sport.
All right, let's do it. Table tennis. Put it on there.
Table tennis.
Actually, for me, that's probably a little bit higher than I was originally thinking. If you watch it like Olympic level, it's pretty insane to watch. When those guys are getting like 10 feet away from the table.
They're so far away and they're just smacking it with all their strength. Yeah, it's nuts.
Do we want to talk about these after each one or at the end?
Doesn't matter. I don't care. Whatever you want to do. I have Culvers that I'm gonna.
We all have Culvers. We just
Culvers.
opted to over on this end of the table here. We opted
guy.
to drink beer first instead.
You want to go through and make our lists and then reveal them?
Yeah. How do we want to play this?
You're the mastermind behind this.
I'm supposed to be.
I'll put the camera on you to put on the extra pressure.
No, I think we can reveal it to the viewers once we're all done. But for now, let's just throw them on our list.
Okay.
We can look at each other.
All right.
So we might as well get through the big ones. Baseball?
Yeah, let's do baseball. But we can talk about them as we list them. Baseball's pretty low for me, though. I really don't enjoy watching baseball.
I'll tell you what, baseball's way more entertaining when you're at the stadium and you have
And you're drunk.
beers.
Yes, and you're drunk.
Beers galore.
The most entertaining baseball games I've been to, I couldn't tell you who played other than the Tigers. So,
I don't even know who was playing.
There was a game. I remember this. We went for my buddy's birthday. I don't think it was his 21st. It was like an early No, it must have been either his 21st or 22nd because we were in college. And we went over and watched the Tigers, and I think it was like the 6th or 7th inning we got to, and my brother elbows me, and he's like, they're pitching a perfect game right now. And then within like a half inning, he gave up a walk or something like that, and it was over. But we didn't even realize it. We were having so much fun in the stands, didn't realize we were witnessing a perfect game through like 7 innings.
It's because you started watching.
Yeah, pretty much. Started
bad.
paying attention, they started doing bad.
That was the opposite of yesterday.
What?
When you were not paying attention to the game and we were talking.
Yeah,
And then they started doing good.
So this is a bad manager thing, but Sam and I were doing his 1-to-1 at the end of the day yesterday, and for some reason they decided to start the Tigers playoff game at 3:40. Well, I guess it's 4:40 Michigan time, but still, like, that's
Okay.
ridiculously early for a weekday. So I may or may not have had the game going on my phone during our 1-1. But I wasn't really paying attention to it. But every time I'd look over at it, the Tigers, they were down 3-0 when I first turned it on. Every time I'd look over it, 3-1, 3-2, 3-3. So I tried to get Stam to stay in my office as long as I could. Because they just kept scoring every time I'd look over there.
Perfect.
With that said, it got better when I got home.
Okay, good.
So I did send a test message to the chat, and it's not showing up there. So not quite sure what's going on with the chat today.
I guess we're out of chat today.
Yeah. If you chat, I'm sorry if we see it late, but I'm going to have to check it on my phone as we go. But thanks for
Alright.
tuning in anyway.
I'm going to go with hockey for our next one.
Hockey. The shifting has
See,
begun.
what's difficult for me with these is most of these, I would say exactly what you said. It's more fun when you're there.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, for hockey, for me, to watch it on TV, it's near the bottom of my list. But to go to a live hockey game, it ranks right up there at the very, very top for me.
Sure.
Even at any level. When I lived by some minor league teams, like, I'd go to the minor league games just because at any level of hockey is fun to watch in person.
Yeah.
Let's rank this in our the most enjoyable way we
In the most enjoyable form.
view. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually been to a hockey game.
Oh, you got to go.
Yeah.
They're fun.
We're going to have to take the crew down to see a game or something.
Yeah, for sure. It's worth it. Any live, you don't even have to really know it that much. I mean,
Sure.
it's so much faster in person. You know, it's football on skates
Yeah.
plus some.
I mean, they're just shooting
it's
for a
fun.
goal, right?
Yeah. It's
all
that
it is.
easy.
That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the Admirals in Milwaukee, and
Yes.
then the Green Bay has a team.
Gamblers.
Gamblers.
Yeah, but that's I think it's 16 to 19-year-olds. So that's, I think they call it 19U or something like that. But yeah, that is younger kids, but
Okay.
it's still awesome to watch.
Sure.
Okay.
And every once in a while, they still fight because we did see a fight one time when we went. Because I've been to a lot of those games, but not very often.
Those are the best.
I'm just
Yeah.
in it for the fights.
When I was in the Milwaukee area, I went to a lot of Admirals games, and that was the year that Nashville made it to the Stanley Cup. And that is Admirals is Nashville's farm team. So at the
Sure.
beginning of the season, the Admirals were the best team. And going to all these games, watching them win, and by the end, they couldn't win a thing. And then all of a sudden, you started seeing all these names that I'd seen on the Admirals on the Stanley Cup team. Because
Oh,
even if
okay.
these guys don't play, they pull a bunch of people up when it comes
Oh,
to
yeah.
playoff time.
Huh.
So that was kind of cool to see.
It's always better to recognize names and
Yep.
see where they're actually ending up.
I think that is really cool that the NFL or NHL has like those, what do you call them?
Farm teams.
Farm teams.
Yeah.
Where like you're essentially like a sister or brother team to another
Sure.
Yep.
major league team. It's like essentially like you got your A class players and your B class players,
Yeah.
but you can move them around as needed, essentially. So
Yeah, it's kind of like getting bumped to a different bracket, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
You start playing really well, you get bumped up. You start sucking again, you go back down the bracket.
yeah. So that's really interesting.
It's cool because I don't know if you guys knew this, but they also use them for like recoveries and things like that. So they do this in baseball and in hockey, where even if you're a superstar, let's say you're coming off some like 8-week super serious injury, they might have you go play a game or two at the smaller league. I know they definitely do that with baseball, but I believe they'll do that with hockey too.
Okay.
I don't think those guys get hurt that often though. Those guys are tough.
Yeah. I mean, hockey is just like broadly known as the sport where some pretty rough characters play.
Yeah.
You see the videos online too, and it's like, oh man, these are men out here duking it out.
Some of those guys are massive too. They're 6'4", 6'5" already, and then you're putting them, another 3 inches up on skates. I mean,
crazy.
they're massive, massive people.
Wow.
All right, let's do the next big one, and that is basketball.
Basketball.
So I used to really love watching basketball when I was younger, but I'd say the past 10 years I haven't really enjoyed it much. So that's why it's kind of like more towards the middle on my list.
Okay.
So I cheated a little bit and I split it in half. For a pretty important reason in my head. College basketball is probably in my top 3.
Okay.
And the NBA is probably in my bottom 3.
Okay.
So I don't enjoy the, toss it up, sweet dunks, long shots as much as I enjoy like the grit you get in March Madness from college teams, from kids just trying to, they're not even trying to go to the NBA. They're just trying to get college paid for and earn their spot.
Yeah.
So they very much rank very different for me.
That totally makes sense. Would you also say that the NBA just has a lot more drama and like politics based around
Yeah,
it too?
there's that. My biggest issue with the NBA and Major League Baseball is really the amount of time I want to put into it, because both of those sports, there's so much moving, there's so much drama, so much going on. That you have to pay attention all the time, and most sports are like that, but I put all my effort into football for the most part,
gotcha.
or college basketball. So, I don't pay as much attention to those sports just because it takes too much.
Yeah.
With college basketball, I'm a Michigan fan. I'll follow the Michigan team for the most part, but otherwise I just like watching the random matchups on a Tuesday night when, UNC and Duke play or something like that. So it's just far more entertaining to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Then where would that WNBA go?
Yeah, there's that too.
Mm-hmm.
I've always enjoyed. I do not watch the WNBA, but I'll tell you, I loved going to the girls' basketball games when we were growing up, like in high school.
Okay.
Because those girls play so much more physical than the guys do.
Really?
They do. Oh, they're so mean to each other. Yeah, my girlfriend played on the team, and she'd come out with scrapes and scratches, and every once in a while you get your hair pulled. I mean, and they box out hard. Where the guys were, even at my age range, were getting all finesse and fouls on everything. And the WNBA they're talking about now is the same thing. It's actually over the top, where the players are pushing back on the commissioner right now because it's so aggressive. A lot of the stars are getting hurt and missing the rest of their season because they're playing. It's a contact sport in the WNBA. So
yeah, I remember seeing a video recently about Caitlin Clark gets like her eyes poked from another player.
Oh my god!
It's a brutal sport, but it's fun to. It is fun to watch. Like I said, I always loved watching the high school girls. They would, especially when you have like when they play the local schools or our rivals or things like that. It could get aggressive. It was interesting.
Yeah, that had to have been like 2 months ago. But then like one of her teammates went and like shoved the other player, and then there was like a small
I did see that.
Oh yeah,
second brawl there.
Yeah, there was. I forgot about that.
There was just so much, like, I don't know if it's necessarily drama, but there was just so many headlines based around this whole Caitlin Clark thing and how much of an impact she's made on the sport. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's kind of easy to see everything that happens to her or her team, because she's just already the focus of the attention.
Yeah. Oh, it's 100% drama, but it's what's going to have people watching the NBA more and more in the next few years. I do think it's a growing sport that is going to have a market, and this drama is what's going to bring that market in because people get interested by that. So,
yeah.
I mean, to a point. There's a point where it goes too far, right?
Sure, yeah. But that and the WNBA's numbers are still continuing to tank.
So, are they really?
Yeah, so what do you do? Yeah, they're losing money.
Well, they always have.
They are not profitable at all as an organization.
I mean, in the past...
Oh, I guess I knew that,
yeah.
So how
in the past year, though, have they been more profitable or not profitable, but have they been bringing in more revenue or less?
I actually don't know that.
I believe it's more. I don't know that for a fact. I'd have to fact check that, but I do believe it's more. Yeah. I think the major issue with them losing money right now is it's so expensive to open a stadium. So, and they're playing in, not always like NBA stadiums or things like that, but big enough stadiums that, I mean, just the power bill for the night for that place on top of all the ticketers, the concession stand people, cleaners, I mean, security, everything.
Right.
It's just got to be so expensive to run each one of those games.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Yeah, I can't imagine the bill to even build something
Yeah.
in today's market, let alone.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I don't know for smaller stadiums, but the last couple NFL stadiums built were over, I think LA was like $4 billion.
Jesus.
But they've been in that $2-3-4 billion mark to build a new stadium.
Sure,
I think I saw the quote for the new possible Bear stadiums like $4 billion. So,
Wow.
And it's the taxpayers paying that.
yeah, that is the case in a lot of points. That's why Chicago is probably going to move out of downtown Chicago, because Chicago, the city, doesn't want to pay for it.
I did hear about
So
that.
Arlington
yeah.
Heights said, well, we will. And so they bought the old horse track out there, and that's probably where it's going to go.
Oh, man, what a move for Arlington Heights, you said?
Yep.
Oh, could you imagine how much infrastructure and how much like development that's going to bring to their community?
Yeah, because it's not just the stadium. They're going to need hotels. They're going to need everything.
Exactly.
Right? They're going to need restaurants, bars. I mean, I'm sure they'll build a district, kind of like the Deer District around it.
Right.
I don't know if you guys saw that. I mean,
yeah.
it'll bring a ton of revenue, but it'll be expensive.
Yeah.
So when I lived in Milwaukee, and I don't know if this is still the case today, almost every receipt you got had a stadium tax on it from Miller Park. Well, American Family or whatever it's called now. It's Miller Park in my head.
Yep.
And yeah, you were paying like, I think it was like, it wasn't that much. It might not even have been 1%, but still, you're paying a tax how many years after they built that stadium to help pay for it.
Yep.
So.
Absolutely. That's crazy. I was going to make a joke that the Bears could make like their own, you mentioned the Deer District. They could make their own title town, except less titles. Anyway, moving on. What's the next sport?
Golf.
Yeah,
Ooh.
golf. Let's do golf.
I don't have much to say about golf, other than there's very few things better than turning on golf on a Sunday and laying on your couch and taking a nap.
Yeah, it
Those
does.
nice calming voices.
Yes, it does rank pretty high in my book as well. It's relaxing to watch, and it's something that I don't know. I watch to get maybe try and notice something, maybe something that might help me in my own golf game. Maybe like try and understand what they're doing. I'm not saying I'm gonna have a killer swing after watching a round of golf, but just watching something that I can go out and do is kind of encouraging. To I don't know, kind of study up. Not really. I don't know how to phrase it politely, but just like, or phrase it humbly, I should say. It's like, yeah, I suck at golf, but maybe watching this will maybe give me something to look at.
Yeah, I suck at golf, but I like playing golf.
Oh, hush, you beat me every single time.
Not every time, but
Most people that golf suck at golf, like a big majority of them, right? And then we all want to act like we're good, but I have a lot of friends that think they're good, and then you go out and you're like, they're making fun of me because I shot 120, but they still shot 105. So like, we're not making the PGA Tour here.
It goes around, it comes around. Yeah.
I know I'm bad, but you're not good.
You're no Tiger Woods.
I will say one of the things about golf that I really do enjoy about it is I am a sports fan. Most of the time on my TV, I mean, I watch, the TV shows and everything, but most of the time it's sports.
Sure.
And something about golf is one of the coolest things about sports at the highest level is watching people perform at the highest level.
Yes.
And in golf, you get to see that pure solo performance. In every other sport that we've listed here, I mean, you could argue like in basketball, I mean, guys like LeBron have their nights where it's like, okay, that's a pure solo performance. But day in and day out, these golfers 4 days in a row have to have perfection to win a tournament. So there's something cool about watching that and realizing that, when we go out and play golf, the smallest mistake's like, okay, I suck, hit it again. The smallest mistake for them could be the difference of winning the tournament and taking fifth place.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool to see them perform at that highest level all on their own. I mean, they have caddies and that, right? But it's really a solo experience.
Yeah.
One stroke to them is a big difference, and it shakes up the whole leaderboard. Whereas multiple strokes, and I still can't catch Sam.
Yeah. Yeah, one stroke can be the difference between winning the entire year and taking second place or third place. And
yeah. Falling out of the tie altogether. It's a lot of the golf is one of those sports where there's a lot of ties, right?
Yes.
So
there usually is a lot of ties.
Chances are, if one guy is getting a double bogey, somebody else is getting a double bogey as well.
Yep.
I don't think they get double bogeys, but
I meant an eagle in that case.
a birdie.
A birdie or an eagle.
They do. I was watching a TikTok last night of John Daly, way back when. I think he was earlier in his career, where there's this hole. I don't remember what course it's on, but the hole basically is a horseshoe. But it's a big lake, and it's like 400 yards to hit it over that lake. And one day in a tournament, John Daly decided no matter what he did, he was going over that lake. And he shot an 18 on that hole. He put it in the water like 6 straight times or something like that. Finally put it on, like hit it in the bunker, and then like 3-putt it or something like that. And shot an 8. So it happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's dedication.
Wow.
Though, right
That's
there.
dedication. Yeah, he was dead set on he was going to get over that. And he kind of did. He didn't actually hit the green. I think he was still like 80 yards short when he finally like turned over so he could make it. But he was going to try.
Wow. I'd maybe try that on Wii Golf, but I don't think I'd try that in real life.
No, because my
Wouldn't be
balls always
risky.
guaranteed to go in the water.
Yeah. If I see water, it's target fixation. It's going right in there. Right in the pond. Just happened to me last week. I went golfing with Steven. Both of us.
It happens.
Well, I think he
All
made it
too
over.
often.
But yeah, there's this one part of the river that just dooms you at sunset. But
So I got one to throw out that I actually
Yeah.
feel like you guys will rank pretty high, and you can decide if you want to split this up or not. But racing.
yeah.
That's what I
There we
was.
go.
So I don't know if you want to do like NASCAR, IndyCar, all that stuff, or if you just want to do racing as a whole.
Let's split it up into 2 things: pavement racing and non-pavement racing.
Okay.
So pavement racing would be like Indy, NASCAR, any other type of SCCA stuff.
Oh, you said pavement racing.
Pavement, yeah.
Okay. I thought you were starting with
Non-pavement racing would be like
dirt tracks and rallies.
Dirt tracks, rallies, stuff like that.
Okay.
Baja.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
So road racing versus off-road racing.
yeah,
Is
we'll do
probably
that.
Circuit racing
We'll do,
versus off-road.
Yeah, that's good. Good way to do it. Off-road.
Oops.
And you can pick whatever type of racing is most enjoyable for you out of the group. I actually have off-road racing above road racing because I think
Oh.
sprint cars are really fun to watch.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I knew that about you.
I think sprint car racing is probably one of the best type of racing to watch in my mind.
Yeah. I've actually only ever seen sprint cars on TV. I've never seen them in person, so that is something I need to do, like when they, come back this way or something. But you kind of got me thinking that. I mean, I love dirt track racing. I grew up around it. One of my brother's best friends growing up started racing. I don't know. He might have been like 13, 14. I know it was before he had a driver's license at our local track. So we'd go over and watch him. And now they're actually snowmobile racers.
Okay.
Yeah, they race these 250 and 500 mile snowmobile races a couple times a year.
That's cool.
So, yeah. So that kind of stuff's cool to see. But for me, NASCAR, I love watching NASCAR. I've been following it for quite a while. I've gone to NASCAR races. It's just an entertaining sport to me. Not as much people are like, well, they just make left turns, but where I really fell in love with it was one of the first times I went to Bristol. We got the headset so you could listen in on the drivers. Throughout the weekend, I'd listen into different drivers and their spotters and their crew chiefs and things like that. You start learning the strategy behind it, and you're like, oh, this is actually a really complicated sport, right? Mm-hmm. Like strategy matters, tires matter, gas matters, the changes they make to the car matter, and it just makes it so much more entertaining when you realize all that.
When you realize how similar everyone's car is, yet there's so many different adjustments and different tweaks that you can make to make them so much different yet from each other. Just the strategy involved is mind-boggling.
And that's what it is. I tried to get into like F1 for a while, and I watched it for like 2 years. But, I mean, honestly, before the season starts, you know who's going to win it. Or you got a pretty good idea, right? Like, it's just not, because the cars matter hugely, and whoever has the best engineers is probably more important than the best driver. I mean, the drivers are important, but it's like, that's no fun. Where when you go into a NASCAR race, there are definitely better drivers, but on a regular mile oval track, there's probably 15 guys that have a very realistic chance of winning that race, as long as they come in with the right changes to their car. So
I grew up watching NASCAR. I watched it for a very, very long time. I have a shrine of Jeff Gordon stuff buried in this house somewhere that I just haven't put. I got autographed car. Just all
the
diecast, all this memorabilia and stuff. I used to have it on a shelf, and I just, once we moved to this house, I never put it back out because I don't watch NASCAR anymore. I think it's just drama filled now, and obviously Jeff Gordon retired, so really I have no reason to watch, no interest in it.
It definitely can be drama filled, and it's a completely different sport. It is not the same sport it was in the early 2000s.
No, not even close.
I wish that I would have got to go in the early 2000s because I've been to Bristol a handful of times in the last 10 years. And to see the size of that stadium, I can't imagine what that was like when they had, I think it can fit 140,000 people. It's over 100,000.
Sure.
That would be so insane to be in a NASCAR race with 140,000 NASCAR fans. And then I went there, and the first time I went, I bet you it was 20,000. It's getting better. They're getting more as we went more. We started seeing more. But it used to be insane.
For reference, Lambeau Field is like 76,000. 140,000 would be insanity.
Yeah.
Just for a stadium.
No, that's Bristol.
Well, Bristol.
Yep. Okay. So that track is massive. It's actually just a massive building, too, because it's on top of a hill, because it's in the really hilly parts of Tennessee. So they built it on top of a hill. So as you walk in, you actually have to walk up a pretty... You watch a lot of people roll down it at the end of the night. Let's say that. It's a pretty steep hill that can be pretty dangerous by the time you leave. Because the other coolest thing about NASCAR, BYOB.
That and people watching.
And people watching for sure.
Absolutely.
The people watching was the best part.
I've never seen a NASCAR race in person, but we always used to watch. The Indy 500 was always on every year.
Sure.
At our home. So I always watched it every year.
Have you ever been to that?
No, I haven't.
You should make
my
that
brother
trip.
has been several times, and he says it's just really freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Sure.
The race itself isn't even the cool part. I mean, anybody that says the race is the best part is lying, because you can't see them, because if you get up by the fence, that car's gone. It's like, I don't even know who just passed me.
Yeah.
The cool part was just the whole weekend itself, all the people, the pit day where they have the pit crew challenge. It's worth it. You should definitely find the time to go.
Yeah.
If I can.
Well,
cool.
Indy comes to Road America.
That's different, though. The Indy 500 is the greatest spectacle on earth.
Yeah,
sure.
It's one of the only racing events that still sells out every single year.
Yeah. No doubt. But it is still very fun to watch those cars on a road course like Road America.
I just went there for the first time this year for that, and that was really cool.
To Road America in general? Or
no,
just
to the Indy car.
Okay, gotcha.
I've been there for some of the other weekends.
Sure.
But to see those cars out there, it is pretty crazy to see how hot they come into those corners.
It's nuts how fast they can slow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they don't all rear end each other. I don't know how you predict that lag and braking all the way back, but to watch those guys come, I don't know. I guess it'd probably be like turn 4 or 5, but whatever that first turn is before they go back up the hill and then that long straightaway.
Yep.
We were sitting there watching it, and it's like when they come in there at that first time, right when they first start, it's just fast as you can go, and then right before that first guy gets there, he brakes, and then everyone else just has to slam, and then he takes right off. And it's like, how do you not have an accident every single time?
Yeah.
Those guys' reaction speeds are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually lied to you when we talked about this past summer, because I realized I actually have been to the Indy races at Road America twice. But I've never been to the NASCAR ones.
Okay. The NASCAR ones were fun to watch.
Yeah.
And it's really a bummer that the contract expired and they didn't renew it. The NASCAR was really fun to watch because Road America specifically is so narrow.
Yeah.
It's made
and those cars are big. And
it's made for open wheel race cars.
Bumping.
So for these big, heavy stock cars to be racing on, they're beating and banging each other.
Push each other around.
It doesn't show on TV, but when you go there and see, you can see them coming off the turns. You know, the angle you would never get from a camera angle on TV. You can see them coming off these turns like completely sideways. They're hitting each other. Everybody's got dented up body parts by the end of the race. It's just so fun to watch.
It is. I love watching the road course races in NASCAR. I know some people hate it, but when you watch them at like Circuit of the Americas coming into that first corner, it's going to be a catastrophe every time,
like
and I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah.
And that hairpin is, I don't know how wide, but it's the widest part of the track, right? So those guys end up getting like 6 wide and trying to cut in on each other. So
that's crazy.
Well, we're talking about NASCAR an awful lot for where I feel like we all have this on our list.
All right. Next one. Regular tennis.
Regular tennis. As opposed to modified tennis?
Table tennis. We have table tennis.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I don't know that I've ever watched a full match of regular tennis. I'm still going to put it above the NBA.
When that whole, what was it, last summer? When the whole Wimbledon thing was going on, excuse me, I don't watch tennis at all, so this very much could be like an every year thing. But I watched Wimbledon last year.
I do think that's an every year thing.
Okay, yeah, it was amazing to watch. These guys are just crazy. And when it got down to those last two, I'm not going to remember their names, just intense. What a battle.
I think I didn't really appreciate tennis much, and I'd watch it on TV sometimes. I thought it was just okay. But what was really interesting is these past 2 years, I've watched my brother-in-law play tennis. He's in high school, and it was actually entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Like, especially if they had like really good rallies, like in person. It was actually really cool to watch. And I know it's only like high school tennis, and it's probably way better when it gets to the pro stuff.
Yeah.
But I thought watching it in person was pretty cool and a lot better than watching it on TV.
Sure.
There's probably only 2 things on this entire list that I like better on TV than I do in person. Okay. One of them is, I'm going to say, I like NASCAR in person, but the road courses. Okay. Right? Just because, like at Road America, it's cool because with the golf cart thing, you can get around everywhere. And if you have a golf cart, that's awesome. But like when I was at Indy, you just can't see like 95% of it, which isn't the greatest. And then the other one, believe it or not, is football. I love football. I love going to a football game. But when it comes to football and really paying attention to the game, the best seat is your couch.
I agree with you.
That's a common argument. Yeah. A lot of people feel that way. I'm 50-50. I love being at the game. It's like the best. Being at a Packer game is great. Mm-hmm. But it's only that great if I'm sitting in a seat that's at least mostly perpendicular to the field so you can see what's going on. If you're sitting at one of the end zones, yeah, your view at home is just way better.
Yeah. There's my brother has season tickets for the Lions, and I feel like there's at least once a game, sometimes more, where he has to text me and be like, "What happened? Who got hurt?
No.
Was that a catch?" Right? Because it's hard to see those things in a stadium, and they only put on the jumbotron what the home team wants you to see. Yeah. Now, with that said, I go to like 5 games a year, so I still do go to a lot. But the best seat is your couch.
Yep.
Yeah. I definitely prefer football on my couch.
Yeah.
And that's for the same reasons. You just see so much more.
Yeah.
And the couch is way more comfortable.
And the couch is more comfortable. And it's not 40 degrees. And
The unfortunate thing about Lambeau is it is very small, and we're still rocking metal benches, which during football season it's typically cold. So is the bench, and so is your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, though, it is, everybody who knows me is sick of hearing this, but it is worth every single penny to rent one of those like hook-on chairs.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
on the
I always
bench,
get 'em now.
so you can have a seat back.
Yep.
Oh, nothing beats it.
Yep.
That is the best money I've ever spent in my life.
I feel like since I've been going to Lambeau, because I mostly just go to the Lions games. I've been to a couple other random ones. They've either been so early that it's like T-shirt and short weather, or so late that you're like, I'm just going to wear my ice fishing suit.
Yeah. And then everybody does, and then everybody's sitting like this in your seat.
I do have to say, that is some of the most fun times I've had, though, is, you go tailgating before the game, everybody gets tuned up. It's so funny to watch people walk into Lambeau in just whatever warm thing they could find, camo, orange, their snowboarding clothes, whatever, and then everyone's walking through the metal detector, and every single person, beep, 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 and they're just like, you're good. It's like, what's even the point of any of this?
But then it's really funny when you see the guys who are like shirtless out there on the.
Oh my god!
I've been that guy.
It's so
I'm just
stupid.
like, I don't know how you're doing this.
It's so dumb.
I've only been to one cold game though. I'd say like 40 degrees or below. I've only been to one of them, and I just remember being there, and I was like, this would have been so much more enjoyable at home. I was like, I like being here at Lambeau, but
I still dig it.
I don't know.
I've been to many a cold game, not been able to feel my toes, and it's still worth it.
Yeah. Well, good for you.
I think one of the funnest football games I've ever been to is in. I think this would have been. Yeah, it would have been in 22. That was Rogers last year, right? Or was 21 Rogers last year?
I don't remember.
I think it was 22. So a big group of friends came out and went up to the game, took them up there, and that was Rogers' last game, and Kirby Joseph picked Rogers off. And as soon as that happened, pretty much our whole group had their shirts off. We're just there in our ice fishing bibs, no shirts, probably shouldn't, admit this, but pulling little shooters out of our pockets.
Perfect.
Things like that, and it was a blast. Those cold games, there's something about it. I love Ford Field because it's always 70 and sunny, but there's something about that atmosphere.
Yeah. And the drunker you are, the less you feel the cold.
So, well, yeah, right. Yeah, that too. That helps a lot.
I don't know. I still feel it. It's cold. I don't like the cold.
Yeah, me either.
So it's not. Yeah.
But I have noticed in the past, like, when you get there, eventually you really don't feel it that much anymore.
It's not that you don't feel it. It's just you're suddenly so much less concerned about it than you once were.
Maybe that too. Well, I think also part of it is just you like go numb.
You do, yeah. You go numb. Yeah. It's usually a combination of the alcohol, going numb, having a good time. All of those kind of work into. Wow, it's kind of like a beach vacation.
Yeah, just like it. I don't know why TikTok thinks that I'm so heavily invested in this one guy who got like frostbite on his fingers, but like every now and then I'll get like one of his videos, and it's like a nice succession of updates of like how his frostbitten fingers are. It's like they went really purple and then black and then they like fell off and they're kind of growing back. It's like, God.
Yeah, you don't want that.
That's enough to like convince me like, okay, even when I'm working outside, like, oh, I'm always going to have my hat on. Like, I'm not ashamed to wear gloves. Like, fuck that. I don't want that to happen.
Mm-hmm. All right, next on our list is going to be soccer.
Only slightly more tolerable than basketball.
I'm going to say it's slightly more tolerable than baseball.
I don't watch it, but when I do, basically World Cup,
Yeah.
it's entertaining once you learn the rules. It's still not my favorite sport. It's a lot of just running around, but at a high level, it can be entertaining. I've had soccer games that I've enjoyed,
Sure.
but I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the top for me.
Have you been to one in person?
No.
That's gotta be like the ultimate in-person sport, because you always see like these videos and hear of the fandom and you hear of like just the culture that soccer games bring in. Like it's a stadium game on steroids.
Yeah.
Like,
The
it's
thing
so
is
good.
to get that atmosphere that you're talking about, though, you got to go to Europe. You don't get that.
Yeah,
in
I
the
guess that's
US.
what I'm talking
It's
about.
so
Yeah.
massive in Europe and South America.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, South America, from what I understand, you do not want to go. Like
I heard
it's
Brazil's kind of a sketchy place.
yeah. There was, and I don't know if this was actually true or not, but when the Packers played down there last year, there was jokes going around for a while that they weren't going to be allowed to wear green because supposedly
Yeah.
they have a law down there that the only team allowed to wear green is their national team.
Sure.
So they that was a joke for a while, and I don't think it was real. But then there was things come out where they were like confirming that they weren't going to make that happen. So I feel like it is a real law that you
Yeah,
can
I don't
only
know.
wear green jerseys if you're their national team.
I don't know. There was
Yeah.
a couple of different things like that floating around. I heard one about like gang violence.
Yep.
It's like not the right color to wear, and that your reason makes way more sense than that. But yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
If we have to worry about the colors we're wearing, that's not really a game I want to go see.
But you're right in saying, I mean, I want to, that is on my bucket list of sports things to go to as a European soccer game.
Sure.
Like a Manchester United game or something like that, because
sure
I
it's
do
electric.
believe, as much as it's not my favorite sport, you will probably not find a more passionate sports fan base in
Right.
the world than soccer. I mean,
Yeah.
the people that love soccer live soccer. So
It's got to be one of the oldest sports, right?
I would assume so, right?
I mean, kicking a ball around. I mean, what
Yeah.
can be older than
They're
that?
yeah, and I don't know about
They're
its
just
current
kicking a
form, but it's
ball
got to
around.
be.
Yeah.
There's nothing to it. They're just kicking a ball around.
It's actually a curious question I'm going to have to look into. I wonder what the
Google it.
first sport was.
Yeah. I should.
I'm just curious because you might be right. I mean, it is. It's kicking a ball around in the simplest form. That's why it's gotten so popular, because anyone can do it, right? I mean, you can be in the
Yeah.
most impoverished era. All you need is a $20 soccer ball and not even maybe that much, and you can go out and play in the street with your friends.
Oh,
Couple of
this is gonna be obvious. The world's oldest sport is
Running?
wrestling.
Oh, wrestling. Yeah, that makes sense.
okay.
Yeah. I didn't know the WWE was around that long.
Does it mean like?
Oh, it was the WWF then, right?
Yeah. Well, does it mean that, or does it mean like?
No, it means
No,
like
it
actual
It
wrestling.
means actual
Yeah,
wrestling.
okay.
Like probably like Roman Greco-Grecklin? I don't remember how you say that.
Grecklin.
Roman Greco
I believe
wrestling?
you.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, probably something like that. I'm just saying because it's got Roman in the name. I don't know much about wrestling. Little side fun story for me. So one of my uncle's best friends was the wrestling coach when I was in high school. And somehow, some way, he convinced my dad to convince me and my brother to join the wrestling team as like freshman and sophomore. I don't know if you know anything about wrestling. Don't ever recommend that. Those kids start wrestling at like 3 years old.
Yeah, they know how to take you down in like 3 seconds.
It's the only sport I've ever quit. After 3 weeks, I just went up to him and I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I was 190 pounds, so I was in one of the heaviest, if not the heaviest, weight classes. So I'm going up even just in our practices against kids whose arms are this big around. And I remember one of the seniors on the first day just completely like suplexed me, and I'm just like, I don't think this is gonna be for me. And a couple weeks in, I'm like, it's not.
Yeah.
And even my dad, like after I told him, he's like, I get it. It's just not a sport you start
Yeah.
old. You have to start really, really young.
That's crazy.
Just for some information, wrestling has been found in cave paintings as old as 15,300 years ago. Other
shit.
ancient sports are swimming and archery, which there were depictions from around 10,000, about 12,000 years ago. And then running was considered as an essential survival skill, so they don't know. I mean,
If that was a sport or just
running
run for your life.
Is that actually a sport or just something that everybody does?
The first Usain Bolt was getting chased by a saber tooth.
Yeah, I think the real sport was staying alive, not so much the running part. The sport was get out with your life.
And then another pretty old one was javelin throwing.
Javelin throwing. Oh, okay.
I mean, if you think about all those, they make a ton of sense because I was thinking the wrestling made me think of, I don't know if you guys saw a couple years ago, there was the chimp documentary that they had been making for years where they followed like this family of chimps around in the forest for like a couple years and just watched like their life cycle and territorial things and like that. Chimps wrestle for fun and for competition and to decide who's the strongest in the pack, right? They throw spears. If you start thinking of the things you're listing off, that's things that you kid today can see primates do that, that's what we evolved from. It makes sense that those were the earliest sports. Like those are probably ingrained in our DNA, run, swim, fight, wrestle. So that's interesting.
That makes sense.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking of fight, hang on. Do you want your custard? I'm getting mine.
I'm all right. I'm going to eat mine on the way home.
I'm going to jab this one in here. Speaking of fight, UFC fighting.
Okay.
You want to put UFC as a specific
It's a sport.
sport? Okay. No, you don't want to just do fighting in general? Well, there's like all different kinds. There's like boxing. There's
I gotcha.
mixed MMA. There's
I guess in my mind, UFC is way more
Jiu-jitsu.
entertaining, but that's a good point. There's like mixed martial arts and stuff like that.
yeah.
Or
But I don't even know if you can. I mean, sure you can watch it on like YouTube and that, but I don't know. If
yeah,
you can really
okay,
watch
yeah.
that on
So
TV.
fighting in general, then
Yeah.
I think I'm going to specifically reference UFC because that's really the only thing I enjoy watching.
Okay.
Like if I go to B-dubs and they got all the TVs going, and you look over at one TV and it's just two dudes beating the shit out of each other, or two ladies, that's fun too. I think it's a really fun thing to watch. Like it's
the
cool.
ladies fighting is kind of crazy because it usually lasts all of the rounds.
Yeah.
Yes.
And by the end, they're just like all bloody all
Yeah.
over. And
Well, they don't have the knockout power, but they
Right.
can just keep going and
Yeah,
going
they
and
just
going.
keep going and just
all
like
about the
tearing
endurance.
the other person apart. It's crazy.
It's like a car crash. You can't look away. But they're fighting. They're fighting. You shouldn't want to watch it, right? But something about it is like, oh, I gotta watch that.
Yeah,
It's so good.
Who was the guy? What would have this been? This would have been like 10, 11 years ago. Was it like Anderson Silva or someone like that snapped his leg in half?
Oh, I just saw that video on TikTok again the other day. Yeah, he goes to.
It was Anderson Silva, though, wasn't it?
I can only assume that's who it is because it's
Yeah.
just such an iconic video. He goes to like just leg sweep kick this guy, and he completely just breaks his shin.
It wraps around the other
Wraps
guy's
around
leg.
the guy's
Oh
leg.
my God.
Yeah.
He tries to recoil his leg, and instead of like catching himself, because now he's going from 1 foot to 2 again, he just falls over because
Oh my
the leg
gosh.
just isn't there. It's a brutal video to watch.
We went to B-dubs in my college town because we weren't going to pay for it, and we wanted to catch that fight. And we showed up late, so we're sitting in the lobby area waiting on a pretty long wait list. And I'm not even joking when I say we got sat within 5 minutes of when that happened because people got up and left. I think people lost their appetite. I mean, it was... They showed the replay like twice before the announcers even realized what happened, and then they're like, okay, we should probably stop showing this. I mean, it wrapped right around.
Brutal.
It was brutal.
Yikes.
And you can hear it too. Just a loud crack.
Yeah.
Well, let's throw wrestling in here right away too. And I'm gonna put that at the bottom of my list. I just don't enjoy wrestling.
Like wrestling now, you're talking about like pin on the ground wrestling, or are you talking WWE?
I mean, I was thinking the normal type of wrestling, not the showmanship WWE stuff.
Okay,
But we
right.
could throw that in there too.
No,
Be
WWE
part
is
of
not
it.
a sport. We're not going to count that.
It's a...
It's acting.
Yeah, it's an art. It's a performing art.
It's a performing art, yes.
Though I will say, a couple weekends ago at my brother's, we had some buddies over and we were trying to figure out what to watch after a football game. And they had, what did they call it? It was one of their new big wrestling things. And we went through and watched that for like 3 or 4 hours because wrestling is forever. it kind of made me want to get back into the WWE. Like, I watched it a lot when I was a kid, played the games, all that. But it was like, I watched it, and I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty good. So I lost $40 to my brother between 2 matches because they let the heel win twice, which is stupid. The heel should not win 2 times in a row. I think John Cena lost. John Cena never loses. So I lost $20 there. And then it was, I don't even remember who else it was, but it was like, I should not have lost those. So then I'm like, nope, I'm out of it again. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Yeah.
I can't even, every time like a video of it even scrolls across my feed, it's like, nope, skip it immediately. It's just so stupid.
Really what gets me is the nostalgia. So I really only watch the videos of the old guys.
Yeah.
And this event we watched a couple weeks ago, like I said, it was like Cena, and there was some of the old guys back. So that's what made it entertaining. It wasn't the new guys. I don't get into that so much.
You got like Hulk Hogan in his prime.
Yeah.
Just jacked of a guy.
You guys have a couple WWE guys from Wisconsin. Wisconsin's a big wrestling state. Yeah. Is it Braun Strowman? He's a massive human being. One of my old coworkers was buddies with him, and he had a picture with him. And my buddy's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's, probably, I don't know, 5'9", and he's standing next to this guy, and he looks like a child. I mean, this man's like 6'8", like 380 pounds, just, whoa.
Wow.
I never got to meet him, but yeah, I know there's a couple that have come from Wisconsin at least.
Oh, we could include arm wrestling in this too, I guess.
A sport I don't never want.
I hate it. Nope, I hate it. Yeah. There's way too many videos on the internet of people's arms just being shattered.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I can't even. At her, we had a cookout at her family, one of her aunt's house at the tail end of this summer. And a couple of the adults are all, after drinking, they're all just like, oh, let's do some arm wrestling. I was like, nope, I can't even watch that. I've like seen way too many videos online of shit going wrong. Brutal. Thinking about it sucks.
I don't think I've ever won an arm wrestling match ever.
I can take that video of that guy breaking his leg over the other guy, but when it comes to arm, oh man, it's brutal. Two different things.
Huh. Okay. What other sports do we got?
I'm running out of sports ideas. It's
volleyball.
A pretty long list. Ooh, volleyball.
I love it.
Women's beach volleyball. That's an entertaining one to watch.
Admittedly, when my roommate and I had nothing else to do on a Friday night, and it was alumni night at the old UW. Yeah, go down and watch a good game. Really competitive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously we're there for 50-50 reasons, but really actually solid gameplay to watch. And at the time, the UW girls were doing like, I think they were about to like win the whole state.
Yeah, they did
almost.
last year or 2 years ago.
This was back in 2016.
Well, I don't know if you remember what else happened that season. Something far more entertaining than them winning the whole thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Oh, well, they also had some pictures released.
The leak.
I forgot about that.
Of the whole volleyball team. Yeah. Wisconsin's got a good volleyball team. Big fan. It's actually the only Wisconsin sport I cheer for.
That's funny. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, actually, one of the most fun volleyball games I've ever watched was like 2 years ago. There's a big bar league where I used to live, and I was just a ref one night, and it was the 2 best teams in our league, and that match just took forever. It was just back and forth, these long volleys, and it was just like, this. I feel like I'm watching college teams. So I mean, it is a fun sport to watch in person. It's, for me, it would be higher on my list if we were talking about sports we like to play, because volleyball is probably my favorite intramural sport.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
And then we'll jump to some Olympic stuff. How about let's do 2 right off the bat. We're gonna do gymnastics and swimming.
Okay. And when you say swimming, like high dive stuff or
any kind of swimming?
Okay.
I think we'll just keep it general. I'm gonna put swimming in my bottom 3. just above baseball.
Yeah, it's really just not exciting to
And then I'm
watch.
just going to put gymnastics right above that.
If we were having this podcast when Michael Phelps was in his prime, swimming would be up there a lot farther for me. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's not entertaining anymore. I've actually really lost a lot of interest in the Olympics the last few times. I don't know. It just hasn't.
Yeah.
I watched some of it, but like I used to feel like I watched a lot of it.
Yeah, I feel like I've watched the Olympics like probably every time it comes on. But
Usually
I've
catch a little bit of it.
But I'd say, the last one that we had, I watched almost nothing. And then the one before that, again, almost nothing. But then before that, I'd usually watch, like, at the very least, like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
If not more. But
Is that next year?
2020.
What's 2026? No,
No, it
the
started- okay, so
World Cup's
2000
next year.
So it's 2020, then 2024. 2024 was the last one.
Yeah.
So it should be 8.
But what was in 24? That was Summer Olympics, right?
Yes.
So next
Winter-
year's Winter
Next
Olympics.
year's Winter Olympics.
And then, then the Summer Olympics are in LA in 28, I think.
I think you're right.
Yeah. But what I was thinking of next year is the World Cup. The World Cup's in the U.S. next year.
Okay.
So if you want a chance actually to watch soccer games, next year's the year to do it. I'm going to try. I want to in both of those. I mean, I say I haven't watched the Olympics, but I'm hoping that when the Olympics is here and when the World Cup's here to try and make it somewhere for a game.
Yeah, totally.
So,
That'd be good.
and the World Cup games are everywhere. I'm pretty sure like there's some in New York and some in like LA. Like they're all over the U.S.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was whatever stadiums they could find are big enough. So, because fun fact, football stadium, like a standard football stadium, is not big enough for a soccer stadium. When they had that game at Lambeau, it had to be an exhibition game because the field was too small. That's how I learned that. I didn't know that prior to that.
Interesting.
So I think it would have been an exhibition game anyways, but
Yeah, they're actually a decent chunk bigger than a football field.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that would make sense. Just throwing this out there. Anybody watching? Not sure if our chat feature is just broken today, or if it's maybe people are just not chatty today. But just be mindful of that. I don't think it's working.
okay.
But I'm watching just in case anybody has anything to say, and it actually comes through.
Let's see. What are some other sports that we may see at the Olympics?
I mean track and field just as a general.
Track and field. That's a good one.
Just as
Yeah.
a general. Do you want to do track and field separately, or do you want to do them just as track and
just
field?
do it together.
Track and field, sure.
I don't trust my own list here. I do to a point, and then you get to the bottom half, and I'm like, those are all like even.
Yeah. I'm putting some right next to each other, so
Yeah.
I actually have football and hockey right next to each other. I think they're about even for me.
What other sports?
Well, let's do the winter one. Do we want to just combine all winter stuff, like snowboarding and skiing? Or do we want to separate those?
What other winter sports are there? There's like snowmobile racing, but that kind of counts as off-road racing, right?
I'd consider that racing.
So yeah, winter sports could probably be generalized.
Yeah.
Snowboarding, skiing.
Yeah, let's just do winter sports as a category.
What about like X Games? Or like extreme skateboarding, BMXing,
biking.
dirt bikes,
Yeah,
like jumping.
Yeah, I would say with that, you got to be careful with that. Just X Games, because X Games is winter and summer. But I think like summer X Games and winter X Games. Well, winter X Games is Winter Olympics.
Winter
It's just
Olympics,
like
sure.
the opposite
yeah.
years. But
I was-
summer. Yeah.
Yeah, I was specifically thinking of like skateboarding and like the massive jumps they do with BMXs and like dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that.
I went to, what was Travis Pastrana's thing called? Nitro Circus.
Yeah.
You want to see some insane things. Those guys
Crazy.
are idiots.
Yeah.
They are idiots. One of the things they do is they have this giant ramp, and I don't know if we were just in a small stadium or if they built it to the roof of the stadium, but this ramp went to the roof of the stadium. And they came down, and then it comes way up, and then there's just another ramp they have to land on, and they were taking shopping carts, rollerblades, I mean, anything you could think of. Guys were sitting on a pillowcase and just shooting down this thing at 50 miles an hour and launching themselves.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
Wheelchairs, too.
Yep.
There's like wheelchair
Yep.
jumping. Insane.
That's crazy.
And then when we saw them is when they had the double backflip ramp. Mm-hmm. So they'd hit this ramp that was just like that. Hit that. That was so cool to see. Those guys are wild. I had dirt bikes growing up, and I have jumped like 3-foot jumps. That's about as high as I get.
We're not going to include breakdancing.
Breakdancing. I had to look over. I thought somebody chatted that.
No, yeah, that was out of nowhere.
Yeah. I was just thinking of the past Olympics, what the sports
Oh,
they had
yeah.
there, and I was like,
That
oh,
was
yeah,
funny when those
breakdancing.
videos were coming out of that. Yeah.
Shame.
Except for, you know what, though? I will say, if you've ever seen, like, really good, maybe not so much breakdancing, but really good dance groups, it's actually insane to watch.
And
There's like those robot guys that are really famous. I can't think what their name is. You guys would know who they were if you saw them. They're all over the internet. But just their synchronization and everything they do is insane.
Oh, gotcha. Like the Jabberwockies or something
Yeah,
like that?
those guys. Yeah. Yeah, don't they wear, like, masks or
Yeah, it's
something?
like masks.
Yeah, the Jabberwockies
They're
is
all-
what I was thinking.
Yeah. I thought of another sport. Have you seen this, like, extreme slapping?
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
I've seen that on the internet.
Dana
lately.
White's new thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
hate watching those videos. 'Cause
I
I'm
love
just
it.
like every
It's
time
so
I see it, I'm just
stupid.
like, this is the dumbest thing anybody's thought of.
Like, I might try it, but if I flip and I have to go second, I'm going to quit right there. Because I'm not going to make it through the first slap.
I'll play it, but only if I could win on the first
Yeah,
hit.
only if I get to go
Yeah.
first and then quit afterwards.
It's
Bitch
so
out before
dumb.
they get to slap
When
you
they
back.
get those really big guys, too, I'm like, I watch that and I'm like, it seems dangerous. Like, not kind of dangerous. Like, it just seems extremely dangerous.
Well, yeah, I mean, you just get hit the right way and your brain gets knocked around.
Yeah.
And you got a concussion and, like, yeah, it's.
Or if someone accidentally cups your ear or something
Yeah.
like that, you're
Yeah.
going to blow an
blows your
eardrum.
eardrum. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. I don't know.
I
That's
watched a
not worth it.
video, I think it came through on my feed yesterday. Some guy got clocked so hard that he, like, his reaction was backwards, but then he passed out. So his body, like, convulged, and he came forward and he just smacked his face on the counter that they were, like, over to begin with. It was just the most awkward,
Yeah.
like, thing ever. And hey, our chat works. Chess.
Very good.
Chess.
Kelly says chess.
Oh, I'm so bad at chess.
That's a.
Thanks for letting us know your chat works
I don't
today,
think
Kelly.
that's a sport though. That's just a game.
Ooh, that's a hot take right
That was
there.
that was on our last episode.
Yeah,
Whether
our
it's
last
actually
watch
considered
our
a
last
sport or not.
episode. For anybody who missed it, we did some hot takes, and that was a fun episode.
I feel like if we're calling table tennis a sport, we might have to call chess a
Okay,
sport.
we can throw
But it's
chess.
physical. Table tennis
It is physical. You're right.
I don't know
So,
if
but
I
then the
agree
question is our mental games a sport? Would you consider the World Series of Poker a sport? I guess right, going down that direction. Like, is a mental
that's
game
funny.
a sport? Did someone just say that?
So Kelly responded again and said, haha, it was a callback to the hot takes
Oh,
episode.
okay.
That's why we did touch on that.
Yeah.
funny.
Well, then this brings up a
that's
topic I
one.
wanted to bring up was esports.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
want to consider that an actual sport?
No.
You can, but it's going to go at the bottom because I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
No.
It would actually go at the top of my list because I watch Dota
Because he's won a
tournaments.
couple of tournaments himself.
That helps.
Yeah. What was the one we said earlier?
Chess.
Slapping.
Slapping.
Slapping. No, we're not going to add that.
No, it was chess. And then what about bowling?
Are we going to add?
Ooh,
I think
bowling.
bowling is
Bowling.
another one. for
Bowling's
hot
a
takes.
sport.
I would say bowling's a
I
sport.
think I count it, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I would
count it.
100%.
Kelly,
yeah.
did we count the last episode? Did we say it was a sport or no? I think we were like 50-50 split on it.
I'm going to put bowling right next to gymnastics.
So in my family, bowling isn't just a sport; it's the sport. I've had 2 or 3 cousins that have gotten on some sort of college bowling team.
Okay.
My uncle is a bowling announcer. He actually does like
They announce?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I have my buddies
about to get schooled
are
here.
really into bowling. My one buddy Bobby, I think he bowls in 2 leagues a week, and he usually goes to the local bowling alley on his lunch break and throws a game or 2 to practice. Like it's a big deal. And in my family, it's a big deal. Like I'm one of the worst bowlers in my family. Like it's my uncles have many 300 games, like a couple of them do. My cousin Cole has a bunch of 300 games and like really high series in that. Like
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're all really competitive at it. So, and it is actually a really fun thing to watch at a high level. So especially when you got 2 high levels competing and leaving 1 pin can be the difference of winning or losing.
Yeah, I think it's similar to golf in that respect.
Yeah,
It's just like
it is.
one little thing can totally throw you off and make you either lose or win.
Even if I was good at bowling, I would, of no fault of my own, or all the fault of my own, really, I would just throw the 10th frame. Like, the nerves would be way too much. There's no way I could bowl a perfect game. On that last frame, I would be so psyched out of my mind.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, 100%.
There's
That's
no
why
way.
you never bring that up. You never, if you're in a league and you see some guy 6, 7, 8, 9 frames in, you do not bring it up. You just let him keep going about his day, have a normal conversation, because, yeah, it's definitely a mental game. In the same way as golf. Like, golf's a mental game.
Thank you, Kelly, for watching our last episode. Hope you enjoyed it.
You're getting called out for everything?
She just said Sam didn't think that bowling was a sport last night, but she couldn't remember because she just watched the episode yesterday. So thank you for watching that episode. But she did also bring up another one: competitive eating.
That's a sport. Every 4th of July,
I mean,
I watch the Nathan hot dog eating contest.
yeah.
That's a sport. If you say it's not, go try it.
We can throw it on there. All right, we'll do competitive eating.
It's a disgusting sport.
It's
It's a disgusting sport.
Oh my god!
But watching Joey Chestnut just hound like 70 hot dogs is insane. That is a
You know
sport.
what's even more insane than that is he doesn't even need to do it.
Yeah.
Second place only puts down like 40 hot dogs. Why is this man out here going for 70 hot dogs?
No, he every single
He
year
wants to
his
try for a
God.
world record.
no, he has the
he's
world
got a
record.
world record already.
Like 15 times.
He wants to break his world record.
Yeah, that's what it is. He wants to break his world record. He goes out there every year just wanting to beat himself. Because ever since
so crazy.
What was his name? This is why it's a sport. I know the names. The Asian guy before him.
Yeah.
I can't think of what his name is. It's kind of it's right there. But he had a little bit of competition for a little bit, and I think he might even have lost a couple. But since it's been just him, nobody even comes close.
Yeah. Oh shit. What was his name? Uh,
Do I need to look it up?
maybe it was like Fukushima or
It
something.
was
like
something
that.
like that. I just can't think.
Oh.
He was this tiny Asian guy. It was insane that he could eat that much food. Like, he was not a big human.
Yeah. That's funny. I was actually just talking about Joey Chestnut and this other guy with somebody a couple weeks ago. I forget where I was or who it was with.
Is it Takeru
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi.
Yep, it's Kobayashi. Yep. Yeah, you should look at a picture of him. He's a tiny person. He's really not a big dude.
Yeah, he doesn't look that
No, he's not. Is there a size for him? 5'8".
He's 5'8".
Holy shit.
Yeah, he's not a big dude.
I was looking to see if they
crazy.
have a weight for him.
And he was the one setting records before Joey Chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
That's such a crazy name, though, Joey Chestnut.
Yeah, it is.
That's the dude who's a pro eater.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I think my favorite part about it is when they go through every year and they announce him, because he's not just the hot dog champion. He's the champion of like every competitive eating contest. Yeah. So they'll go up there and he'll be like the apple pie eating contest, and he ate like 25 apple pies or something. Like there wasn't that many, but still, it's like these ridiculous amounts, these random. I think he won like a crab leg eating contest or something, and like there's just all these weird ones that they do.
Do you have to pay for that if you're in a competition like that? Crab legs would be. That's an expensive eating competition.
Yeah, I don't know. Like for Nathan's, you don't, because that's their biggest advertising day of the year. But I bet you for some of the other tournaments, especially because I think like they're not all on this big grand stage, right? You don't see competitive eating all the time. I think a lot of times they're going to like state fairs and things like that. So I'm assuming maybe you do have to pay an entry fee.
Yeah,
so
I would assume so.
In Wisconsin, we're known for our bratwurst, which for any of you out-of-staters who just you go down to the local store and just get a local brat that's made in a package. Well, the real deal here is just so packed full of cholesterol and it's fatty. We went and saw a local brat eating competition, and that was far more gross than a hot dog. Just grease and sweat and regrets. These people are disgusting. Yeah. They only packed down like 4 of them, which is really a testament to just how crazy that is. I can't imagine eating 4 brats. I would feel dead.
Yeah, even 4 is just way too many.
1 is enough. I won't say too many. It's good. 1 is good, but certainly not 2.
A double
Sam,
brat?
you're a double. Well, yeah, that's true. I gotta eat my words on that one. 3 is too much.
3 is too much. I'm a double brat.
I'm not a big brat eater.
No,
you don't like them?
I mean, I would prefer a burger.
If your burger's there, you're going for that instead.
I'm a burger guy.
I gotcha.
Real hot take, especially here. I, most of the time, would actually take a hot dog over a burger as long as the right fixings are there. If there's coney sauce or sauerkraut or something like that, I'd rather take a hot dog than a brat.
The coney thing is a really big, like, Michigan thing,
it
right?
Is. I love a coney dog.
Can't say as though I've had, an authentic coney dog.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've had one either, so...
I remember stopping...
You must be missing out.
I'll change that one of these days, because my mom has her own coney sauce recipe. It's awesome, and I will get that. I'm going to get that recipe, because the other big Michigan thing is Kogel's hot dogs. It's our Michigan hot dog brand, so she gave me a frozen pack of Kogel's hot dogs, and I'm going to make up her coney sauce one day, and...
Yeah, you're gonna have
I'll get you guys some.
You're gonna have to make it for
the
engineering group.
Oh, that's my plan.
Yeah,
and invite me over.
Yeah. We'll have to have a visitor. You invited me, so I'll invite you.
Bring me in as a visitor. Who's this guy visiting our plant? Oh, he's just here. He's here for an audit.
He's a VIP.
He's a VIP.
He's here for the CEO position.
Yeah. Show up in a tux to eat a coney dog.
As you should.
Yes. What's that place? I'm pretty sure it's in Michigan. There might be a couple locations too. It might be a chain. Oh, it was on the tip of my brain there. Tip of my tongue. What's it called? You go to this hot dog based place, and celebrities have come through and signed the hot dog buns, and they're like behind glass.
I don't know for sure.
Oh, God, no.
But I would, Google it, because I would take a guess. There's a place called Yesterdog in Grand Rapids that's like super famous. No? Otherwise, it could be like Grand Coney or Island Coney. Those are pretty famous in Detroit.
Okay. No, it was definitely like a last name or something like that.
There is a place. I actually do. I have entered an eating contest, I guess you could call it, before, and have my name on a wall because of it. My favorite Pixie. I just gave up the name of it. There's a place called Pixie where I grew up, or in that rough area, that their coney dogs are maybe my favorite food ever. They're awesome. Okay. I love their coney dogs. Every once in a while, I've just went and bought the coney sauce and brought it back with me. But their walls are completely filled with these little manila pinkish plaques that will have your name on them and what you ate. Okay. And you have to eat, at the time, I think it was at least 6 conies or 10 bitty burgers. They're, little mini burgers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And if you ate that, you could get on the wall. and we used to go there all the time growing up.
That wouldn't be too bad.
And I wanted to do it, so my dad told me I could do it for my 14th birthday. So after my 14th birthday, the next week we went to Pixie, and I ate my 6 Coney dogs and got my name up on the wall.
Perfect.
So I still haven't. I don't think anybody's ever found it, because the thing is they've been doing this forever. So literally, imagine a McDonald's where it's about that size. Every surface of every wall is filled with a plaque like this with a name on it. Right, like thousands of people have done this. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Is there? I guess is a Coney dog any larger than a normal?
It's a hot dog. No, it's a hot dog with some extra meat on top.
I think I could do 6 hot dogs.
You 100% could. I did it when I was 14. Like it was. I bet you. I've talked about it before. I kind of want to go back and really try it again.
Go back just to get my name somewhere.
I bet you. I bet you I could do 10 if I was really prepared. Yeah.
Nice.
So.
I found it. It's not in Michigan. It's in Ohio. Toledo, Ohio has a place called Tony Paco's.
Never heard of
or
it.
Tony Paco's. Tony Paco's. Hopefully I don't get corrected too bad, but you walk in and it's just got hot dog buns behind a little like formed glass. It's funny because they look like hot dog bun packages. It's just all celebrities that have signed their name in Sharpie on a hot dog bun after eating there.
So now I have a question. Is it rotted hot dog buns, or are these such preserved hot dog buns? Or are they fake? They could just be not real hot dog buns. I feel like they probably are, though.
I think they're real.
Yeah.
I think the fact that I described that they're in like a case almost, I wonder if they like vacuum pack it somehow, or if it's just...
They may not have to. Have you guys ever seen the picture of the guy that had a McDouble for like 5 years or something, and it looks like the day he took it out of the package?
I was going to say, if it's like enriched wheat or whatever it is, like that thing probably won't mold for like 20 years or something.
Yeah. My brother just got back from Germany, and one of the first things he told me is he's like, I don't understand. He's like, these German people were in such good shape. He's like, but we went to a pizza restaurant one night. He's like, they each got their own large pizza. And he's like, they just housed it. And he's like, I don't know why. And him and I were kind of looking some things up, and it's because of what you said, like the enriched wheat and flours and that we use are not good for us.
No.
And a lot of those places over in Europe, they don't use that. They use stuff straight from the field. They don't bleach it, things like that. And supposedly, you won't get as fat off of carbs if you eat like good carbs. Ours are just so full of chemicals.
Ours are all
and things.
fake,
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is truly crazy to think about the different diets, especially in Europe. Like they kind of have the benchmark, right? Mm-hmm. Can't remember if it was on a past podcast episode or if I was just talking amongst friends. But I recently heard that just like our water intake, like it's ingrained into our heads here in the States that, you got to drink like X amount of your body weight in water a day to really truly get hydrated and whatever. It's like people in Europe don't have to do that at all. Like they barely drink water over there, and it's because they don't have to counteract all the sodium and all the crap that's in their diet to flush it out of their system.
Kind of makes sense. Yeah.
It's interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Just how poor our diet is over here.
I was talking to
a
friend that's...
as we're all sucking down beer and Culver's.
I'm going to keep going. Yeah, I want to keep eating it. I know it's terrible for me, but is it good?
Oh, yeah.
But that's the conversation I had with this girl from the UK. She was like, your food here a lot of times is better. She's like, because you just put sugar in everything.
Yes.
Yeah. She's like, there's so much sugar and salt in everything that, it's better, but it's terrible for you.
Yeah.
But I still eat it, so.
Yeah. Yep.
I put fruit in my Culver's. That counts. That's why I went with berries.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Any other
have?
sports you guys can think of?
Any other sports? What? I feel like we're missing something on this list.
Yeah, we're probably missing something big too.
I don't feel like we're missing anything I've watched in the last year.
Okay.
Right.
Then we probably got everything that's important.
Yeah. Definitely all the important ones are there. So where'd everybody end up with number one?
My number one is a tie between football and hockey.
Okay. I went football.
Ooh. Yeah, I went football, and then very, very slightly below it is road racing.
Okay.
I think both are very enjoyable. I've always just liked auto racing for as long as I can remember. starting with NASCAR, but then having more of an appreciation now for technical road course racing. But football is still number one. Packers all the way.
I mean, football's number one in the U.S.
Oh, absolutely.
I think I showed this to you before, but one of the funniest things that come out every year is they do the top 100 rated TV shows from the year before. And almost every single year, unless it's an election year, because then election debates and that take up a handful of more days, it is like 95 football games. And then like the Oscars, like Game 7 of the World Series.
Sure.
And like that's it. And of those like 95-ish that are football, like 60 of them are NFL and like 35 are college. Football is king in this country.
Nice.
So
it's like week 10, the Browns versus the Jets is still ranking higher than
seriously,
like
it is.
The Oscars or whatever you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean that week 10 game ranks higher than most other sports, even in their playoffs. It really does. It's insane to see. One of the most watched, it's probably changed now because we're farther in the season, but one of the most watched sports things this year, or the most watched week 1 of the NFL was the Lions-Packers game.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing
that
prior to that this year
killer.
has been even close to that. It was like 25 million people or something like that.
Wow. Right.
It is king.
Crazy.
And it was a good game, too, so I could see why the ratings were so good. Sorry.
I took my mother to the game, so I was just making sure she was having a good time. I didn't even pay attention. You know, we might have lost. I don't remember.
Well, I remember. It was... No.
So you got football and then college basketball?
Yep, because I had split basketball up. And college basketball is a weird one. I love March Madness.
Kelly thought of another one for us.
Okay.
Competitive scything.
Have you ever seen that? Do you even know what it means?
Yes. Yeah, I've seen it before.
Crazy.
I don't know if I've
Good
seen
one, Kelly, thank
competitive
you.
scything, but I've seen people do
No,
it.
they'll race. I've seen videos where they'll race.
Really?
And you gotta like go down and back.
Oh, yeah.
And those are just...
You just watch Jebediah taking down his row of grain faster than the guy next to him.
That's wild. I like that.
Well, then we have to, if we're going to do that, then we have to do competitive lumberjacking.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm surprised Kelly didn't say that first.
Yeah, right?
To be honest. That's kind of fun to watch as well. The shows that we have probably around here, like County Fair, are way more lame, but seeing the actual like lumberjacking shows on like a YouTube video or something, it's just crazy to see.
When they do like the pole climbing or the
Yeah.
pole tossing is the really crazy one. I don't know how they hold
Yeah.
all that and balance it.
I've never understood like how they're able to like that one where they like chop a triangle into the stump and put that plank in there.
Mm-hmm.
I understand the plank is like carved in such a way where it like hooks onto the tree, but like when they're standing on it, it's like bouncing up and down. How does that not just fall out? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It baffles
Friction
me
and
every-
physics.
Yeah, baffles me every time. But
I don't know. Are there any other...
God, we've hit a lot of these, and I can't really think of anything else.
Oh, what about like water polo?
Well, it depends on who's playing.
I don't think I've ever watched water polo.
I've never seen a game of water polo.
Oh, something we really don't have here much in the U.S., but rugby.
Oh.
That's a big one, but not...
Rugby
so
would be
big
fun to
over here.
watch, I would imagine.
I feel like it would.
Yeah. I mean, other than a few clips, I've never watched it, but it,
Right, I've only
yeah,
seen
it looks
clips.
interesting. I know they have a couple kinds of rugby. I think there's like 7-person rugby and 11-person rugby, and
I bet you I would
another one.
like rugby more than soccer, but only slightly.
Rugby? I'd put it... I don't know. Yeah, I guess I haven't really seen a game. I'll put it right in between winter sports and competitive Joey Chestnut eating.
Putting it right next to winter sports.
Yeah.
Cricket?
Oh, that's right.
That's boring.
I went into this episode trying to remember that I was going to bring up cricket, and I forgot. I don't understand it, and I don't think any American is made to understand it. Isn't it?
It's
Like, can't like a cricket game last like multiple days?
I have no idea. I don't know anything
It's
I
about
just
it.
know
right?
that there's way too many convoluted rules
I don't get it.
that it just doesn't.
Isn't the batter like in the middle of the field too, or something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
something like
they
that.
have equal opportunity to like hit the ball straight backwards
Yeah.
as they do out in the field.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I feel like it's a sport I should probably try and figure out just because it'd be interesting to figure out what the rules are.
Yeah.
Are they trying to whack the ball and gain points, or is the pitching team trying to hit the little pins to gain points? Like, who's actually trying to score and win? I'm asking you guys like I'm going to get an answer.
I forgot there was the little pin things, but now I can picture them. So
Maybe we can turn it over to the video record and just let's watch an hour-long video of it describing how to play cricket.
how to play cricket.
Yeah, I don't know. Cricket, it's out here somewhere in space.
I'm finally going to put something below the NBA.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I guess I had wrestling there too.
You talking about cricket? Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, cricket.
No, nothing could be lower.
Wrestling would have went higher, but you guys didn't want to include the WWE, so I don't care after that.
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
Any viewers got recommendations for sports we should add?
And Kelly's just been scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
I do feel like I keep looking at this because I do feel like we're probably missing a big one.
Oh, we are. One of your favorite things, fishing.
Now, I'll call fishing a sport. I didn't think anybody call fishing a sport.
It can be a
I would
sport.
think fishing could be a sport.
When you have a certain
Well, I watch
time-
it. I mean, I
I'm not
I
gonna
watch
say-
it. I do it.
I'm not going to say it's the most skillful sport, but I think it would be considered a sport.
barrel
That gets
scraping
interesting.
competition.
But we're still not talking about doing. We're talking about watching,
Just
right?
watching.
I get it.
Yeah, watching.
So
Which,
watching.
it's going to go low for me.
It probably goes by baseball for me. I don't get into like the bass fishing, but I love watching
Fishing?
ice fishing videos
God.
and things like that.
The only thing more boring than fishing is watching fishing.
Homework assignment for you: look up videos
Homework assignment.
of guys
Reeling in the
catching
biggest bass you've ever held.
massive pike ice fishing.
Okay.
These guys go up in Minnesota and they fish in like 5 foot of water and they catch like these 40-inch pike and they're
Okay.
following. I don't know how much fishing you guys do, but fish finders these days are 3D images of the water below you. Like you can literally, if you have the high end ones, you can pick, oh, that's a walleye, that's a perch. Like you can see what the fish look like. It's insane. So they have that, and these guys, like I said, they're sitting in like 5 foot of water, and the guy will be sitting there, and all of a sudden, just like this massive fish, like half the screen comes through, and his line just takes off, and he's pulling in a 40-inch pike with like a 18-inch rod. It's interesting to watch. I like watching that kind of
crazy.
stuff. So.
I think the crazy stuff for fishing is those people who like go in rivers
why is
and they just like go underwater and they just grab the fish.
Oh, noodling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, noodling for
Yeah.
catfish. Yeah,
Noodling.
that's one I'm never going to do. I have no desire to. Do you know what they have to do? They're sticking their arm in random holes. So they're
Oh,
not
okay.
just putting their arm in the water. They're feeling around with their feet. They find holes, and catfish like to dig down into the
Nope.
mud in those rivers.
That would be a big no for me.
Yeah, and then what they do is they go underwater and they stick their hand in this hole and they hope that the catfish bites onto it. And if it bites onto it, then they pull it out and they got a catfish.
my
But there could
Ridiculous.
be whatever. They're doing this down south. There could be whatever in there.
Yeah.
No, not a sport for me.
I've seen a lot of videos of it though, and every time I'm just like, yeah, there's no way I could do that.
Yeah,
Cheese wheeling.
cheese wheel.
You ever seen the videos
That's
of like
the most Wisconsin answer ever. Number one.
Wisconsin had a sport. It
we
would
beat
be-
anyone?
To beat anyone.
Have you seen like the videos of the Gloucestershire cheese rolling? Like they roll this cheese
Oh,
down
no,
the
no,
hill,
I've seen
and all
that.
these people come tumbling after it,
Yeah,
trying to get it.
I have,
I have
seen,
seen
that.
that,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's entertaining. To
It
watch.
actually reminds me, I went to, I can't remember, one of the smaller colleges down by Milwaukee has a summer baseball team where it's like these college kids that come in and they play a little bit while they're in their off season just to keep playing. So we went there and watched it once, and they had a cheese wheel race, and there was no one at the stadium, and we went with work. So like me and two of the other engineers got picked out, and it wasn't actually a cheese wheel; it was a tire painted. Like one was painted like Swiss, and one painted by cheddar. But then we had to go around the bases pushing the cheese wheel. That was a lot of work. I quit. I didn't even finish. I was so far behind. I'm like, I'm not even going to do this anymore. It's a lot of work.
It's probably pretty heavy.
But yeah, that cheese wheel down the hill is actually
The
pretty cool to
Gloucestershire
watch.
cheese rolling is pretty
Yeah.
funny to watch. And it never fails. Somebody gets like really injured every year
Oh.
because you go tunnel. This hill is like vertical. Kelly says it's actually an English thing. So cheese wheeling.
Interesting.
Well, going down kind of the route of you talking about the cheese wheel, what about the running of the bulls? I mean, it's like a single sport.
Corrida de los Toros.
Yeah.
Probably didn't nail that.
Another thing
Sorry,
I don't
Kelly.
want to do.
Rock climbing.
Nope.
Rock climbing was really cool and fun when we were kids, and I can't imagine trying it now. My fingers would lose strength from trying to get up my fat ass up that wall.
That's my problem. I can't lift my own body weight. So
Yeah.
do I want to try and lift my own body weight 20 feet in the air?
All
No,
right.
I don't.
I nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to repeat it because I'll botch it. the
You said it
second
right?
time. I did say it right, allegedly. Or she's just throwing me a bone, one of the two.
Well, that's not bull riding, is it? That's the
No, that's running away from a fucking
Running
bull
away,
so you don't
yeah.
get killed.
Yeah, they unleash you on the street.
Yeah, they run them down the street.
Yeah, it's not like you're running away from them in an open field. They're like, we're going to put you in a tight, confined space, surrounded by fans, and then we're going to let these angry bulls chase you. People get hurt every year in that.
The spectators get hurt.
Oh yeah,
You don't even have to be in it to be.
Do you think that's bigger than bull riding? We could add bull riding
It's
as
a
a sport.
pretty big deal in Mexico.
Okay.
I think
It's a
I think
pretty
that
big deal.
question depends on where you're talking about. That's in Mexico. I thought that was in like Italy or something like that,
It might be in Spain.
or
but
Spain. It's Spain, yeah.
It's got to be Spain.
But they do a lot of bull stuff in Mexico.
Do they do it in Mexico too? I wonder if they do it in Mexico.
I don't know if they do a running of the bulls, but they do a lot of like rodeo's huge down there.
Okay, gotcha.
We
Yeah.
could do a bull-related sports.
Rodeo's a big deal.
I don't know where I would
Yeah.
put that.
Yeah, rodeo is one that we
Rodeo.
could put on here. That is definitely a sport.
Kelly
But
agrees.
some of the better guys in the professional rodeo are Mexican citizens. Like
Sure.
it's big down there. Yeah.
I could see it. Yeah, she did agree. Running of the Bulls is Spain.
I'll put.
Okay.
Rodeo is
We'll
Mexico.
just all put it under rodeo, and
I just remember
We'll put
learning
that
a
towards
lot
the
about
bottom
it
of
in
the list.
Spanish class.
yeah.
Not really putting two and two together that it's actually Spanish and not Mexican.
Rodeo is awesome. I love going to the rodeo.
I've never been.
I went a lot growing up because my high school girlfriend, her grandpa and his friends did cows, and they had this thing called cow camp. It's kind of known in the middle of Michigan, but we'd go to that every year, and they'd have basically a rodeo on their property. And then a handful of years ago, me and some buddies went and did the trip through Yellowstone and that. And on the way back, we stopped in Cody, Wyoming. And Cody, Wyoming is where rodeo supposedly was invented. That's where the first rodeo was. And it was, what was really cool about it is it was their last or second to last night of the regular season before they went into like their championships and playoffs. So most of the people we saw in rodeo that night, whether it was bulls, broncs, roping, whatever it was, like 18 and younger. A lot of like 16, 17-year-old kids, 18, 19-year-old kids, like younger people that, people as young as, 13, 14, doing all these sports because they were the ones that hadn't qualified yet. So
Yeah.
they were still trying to qualify.
Wow.
It was really cool to see.
That's interesting.
But also a sport I don't want to try. I don't want to.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to get on the
no
back of a
fucking
pissed
way.
off bull and get thrown off. Those
No
are
way.
massive animals.
Definitely not.
Yeah, granted, it's very dramatized and probably not a complete depiction. But my eyes were open to the fact of rodeo by watching the series Yellowstone. Mm-hmm. It's just like, oh yeah, it's actually kind of a big part of the series, and yeah, it's doesn't make it look any less dangerous.
No, I'm trying to think of all the rodeo scenes that I've seen in Yellowstone, but I would say it underplays it. It's a very active, violent sport. Most of those guys get hurt in some way or the other. I went to they had one of the sections of the World Championships in Green Bay a few years ago, and me and a buddy went to that.
Yeah.
And I think like one guy made it 8 seconds on a bull. Right? Like most of these guys get tossed. Most of them get up limping they take the punishment over and over and over again.
Yeah.
How about horse racing?
Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
I'll
My
watch
problem
it.
with horse
I'll-
racing is I only care about those big ones.
Right,
and they're like
right.
3 minutes and it's over. and
Nobody
it's
knows
like,
about horse racing.
Yeah.
Everybody knows about the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
I'm going to put horse racing down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty
It's
low.
one of those things where I'll watch it if it happens to be on the TV at B-dubs. Other than, or I'll catch the highlight.
I wouldn't
of
mind
something.
going to a weekend, even if it wasn't I want to go to the Kentucky Derby is one of my kind of like sports bucket list items. But I just want to go to a track one day, walk in there with $200, play some
Yeah.
random bets.
Yeah,
Just, I don't know,
just
do
see
the
what
track
happens.
experience.
Yep.
But now that Arlington Heights is gone, I don't think there's any place even close to here. So I'm
I
pretty
have
sure
no
that was the
idea.
closest one in the Midwest.
Yeah, no, that would be pretty cool to just put some money down on something just for the kicks of it.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Just to get the experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See what the rush of it all is, because there's people that go there and spend, tens of thousands of dollars.
Oh,
and
God,
it's, I don't
yeah.
understand it, but I want to try it.
I'll put as much money on it as I do blackjack when we go to the casino.
Yeah.
$20.
$5 a ticket.
Yeah.
Just pick the 80-1 horse.
How many a ticket? $5. I'll take a ticket, please.
Two of them that we forgot about are archery and shooting.
Archery. Okay.
Well, I mean,
And shooting.
Shooting, I mean, there's like different types. There's like pro shooting, and then there's
Yeah.
I can't even think of the name of it now. Trap.
Yep.
Trap. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of one of those things where it's only fun if you're the one doing it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in my top 10 of favorite things to do, like
Sure.
sports wise,
Yeah.
but not to watch. It would be near the bottom to watch.
I feel like archery could be fun to watch in some ways. I wonder if they do like horseback archery, like where you have to go through a course. Like, I wonder if
Yeah.
that's like a competition.
Oh, I
would be
almost somewhere
crazy.
does. I
It
almost
has to be,
guarantee
right?
it. Yeah, there's got to be somewhere that does that.
That would be crazy to watch. What? Speaking of horseback, what about jousting?
Jousting.
Jousting's fun to
I feel
watch.
like I saw
Jousting
a clip
is
of
fun to
somebody
watch.
jousting recently.
I
that
went
was
to the one of those Knights of the Round Table things when I was a kid. So you
Nice.
get to see the knights fighting and the jousting, and it was pretty cool.
I'm gonna put jousting
Do they-
next to soccer.
Do they? Sorry. Do they do jousting at the Wisconsin Renaissance Fair?
I have no idea. I've never been
Oh.
actually.
I haven't been either, and I kind of want to
I
go
know
just
I
to
have some
experience
friends
it.
that have gone. But
Yeah, same
I've-
here. I've just never gone.
Well, we're gonna have to go next year.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We gotta dress up too, like the
Yeah.
full 9 yards.
I've always wanted to do that. There's a huge Renaissance fair that happens over in the Detroit-ish area
They do.
of Michigan every year, and I've never been to it.
Kelly says they do jousting at the Renaissance Fair. We should
Nice.
absolutely go.
We
and
have
watch
to go
that.
to see
Yeah.
that.
Yes. When is it, Kelly? I could totally look it up myself, but I'm
I don't know if it's open anymore, but on this side of Chicago, they have one of ththose dinner theater, like Knights of the Round Table places. I don't know if it's still open, but I know it was there a few years ago. So
Oh, that opens up fencing.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever watched it. Maybe in the Olympics.
I thought fencing was fun to watch.
I just don't know if I've ever watched it. I might enjoy it. I mean, I know what it is. I've seen clips, but to actually watch it, I don't think I
Button
ever
near the
have.
middle.
It's actually super cool, she says. Yeah, I would totally be going down to go watch that. And just an excuse to dress up.
You know, fun. Yeah, it would be fun
Be
to get a
silly
good
and-
group of friends, everybody get dressed up and go
Yeah.
and play the
And
part.
get drunk. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
and
exactly.
jousting.
Yeah. Eat the giant turkey leg that's like that
Yeah.
big, and yeah, that sounds like fun. That's something I would do for sure.
I'd be on a mission to find that pickle guy.
Oh,
Have you seen
yeah,
his
that-
videos?
yeah.
The pickle.
Oh, I think I have. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the pickle wizard. It's the pickle priest. The pickle priest.
Pickle
Oh,
priest.
yeah.
He
I've seen that guy's
blesses
videos.
you with
He's
a big
funny.
pickle.
Yeah.
His voice is hilarious. I can't imagine how much money maybe that guy's earned since starting that. It's a relatively new thing.
Yeah, I feel like I just started seeing his videos maybe in the last couple months.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny. Yeah, I would absolutely be down. We should look up when it is. I'm gonna Google it.
Any other sports you can think of? I don't know. I feel like we've covered.
No, I really think.
everything here, right?
that's about everything plus some.
Kelly mentioned
I
earlier
mean, we got
cup
competitive
stacking.
stipend. Oh,
Cup stacking?
Cup stacking.
the people that do the
Yeah.
they make the towers. But then you got to start talking about like a Rubik's cube and all that stuff.
I don't know. We can consider
Yeah.
that not a real sport.
Yeah.
Renaissance. How do you spell Renaissance? Renaissance is
I
how
could
I
just do Ren Fair.
Yeah, Ren Fair. I'd go with that.
It's probably more advertising for Ren than
Renaissance
Renaissance.
Festival.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably.
The Bristol Renaissance Fair happens in Kenosha.
On what day?
Gives me everything but when it actually happens.
Maybe it already happened this year and they haven't set next year's date or something.
It's probably.
I feel like that's something that's so big they got to do it the same weekend every year.
Oh, it's
though.
actually like a summer activity. So it's open.
Oh, it's not just like a week.
Yeah, I guess not. So it's open Saturdays, Sundays, and Labor Day, July 5th through September 1st.
Okay, that's
So-
actually that's long.
Of
So
course,
that's, about
we
2 months.
Yeah, of course we did miss it, but it's 2 months long. We'll definitely have to
Yeah.
check that out next year.
Should be able to find the time in a 2-month period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll give me time to put my costume together. We should go as goblins together, Sam. Goblins.
I still got to figure out my Halloween costume this year. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but
It's October. I gotta.
yeah.
I gotta put my creepy doll lady up in our attic window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the only Halloween decoration I do. Sorry, I totally cut you off there.
No, that was it. That was really it.
Oh,
I just
okay.
I just reminded myself I got to come up with a Halloween costume contest
I'm just
idea
gonna use the same
because
ones last year.
I'm going to go to some of the contests with some friends. So I want something that I
Contests?
can maybe like bars that just do like
Okay.
giveaways.
Sure, yeah.
So
You
little-
usually do it up then.
Yeah, a little quick side story is when I lived in Milwaukee one year, me and some buddies decided we were all going to be superheroes, and I like to make my own costumes most of the time.
Sure, yeah.
So, they were Batman, Spider-Man, some of them just buying the cheap little plastic mask and that kind of thing. And so I decided to be Bushman. So I wore work boots with like knee-high gray like work socks. I cut a pair of jeans off into kind of like Daisy Duke type of jeans. Took a white T-shirt and like ripped off the sleeves. Took a side of a Bush box, cut a Superman logo out of it, taped it right here. Made the other side of the box my mask, and through like the U and like part of the S or something like that, I put eye holes. And then I had an American flag bandana, and I had a T-shirt that I had cut into a cape and tied around my neck, and on the back in marker I just wrote as dark as I could, Bushman. And so we went out that night,
That's
and
great.
we were entering all these costume we were going and watching all these costume contests, and most of my friends, like I said, just wore dumb superhero things. So we get to one of these bars. It was a newer bar in Milwaukee at the time. It was huge. It was just like this massive like club-style bar. And this lady comes up to me, and she's like wearing a headset, and she's like, "Do you want to enter a costume contest?" And I'm like, "Sure." Sure. So we get up on stage, and we're up there, and the guy's like, "Yeah." He's like, "So you got to put on a good show." He's like, "Because if you win," he's like, "you get $1,000. You get $500
Damn.
cash
Holy crap.
and $500 in free beer gift cards for a bunch of local bars."
yeah.
Dang.
So I get up on stage, and right before I go up there, my buddy was kind of up there with me, and I'm like, "You got to go grab me 2 beers right now." I'm like, "Get me 2 beers." So when it was my turn, I just did the
Oh,
like that.
perfect.
I had that place going. I won. I won funniest costume. So the even maybe a little bit slightly funnier part about that is I won funniest costume. They had 3 categories: a couple's costume, funniest costume, and best costume. So the couple went before me. I don't remember what they were. It was whatever. Mm-hmm. I went. Crowd's going wild, and then we're waiting for them to announce the best costume. And as we're waiting for them to announce the best costume, in the middle of the stage is a tree. Like a pretty big, round tree with real leaves on it and everything. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, that tree stands up on stilts, starts moving his arms.
Oh,
this
man.
guy I ended up talking to him afterwards. He was doing like special effects, like makeup stuff and all that. and him and his friends made this costume that looked like real bark, real leaves, and he was on stilts and everything, and he could move, and he looked like a real like tree person, like you'd see from like Lord of the Rings or something.
That's
it was
crazy.
he scared the shit out of me because like I said, I thought it was just like a stage tree in the middle. It was weird. I mean, I've had a few beers, right, and yeah, he was moving and everything. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to make my own
some
costume
dedication.
again this year because I want to get back into trying to win in some. It's just fun to make your own thing, and so.
Was the bar pissed at you that you burst beer everywhere on their
No,
stage?
I don't
They
think
probably
so.
didn't.
I don't think
Okay.
they cared. It was. I mean, this was. They were egging me on, right? Even like the DJ
yeah.
was. They were just looking for entertainment. So
Bushman.
yeah. I don't think I want to
great.
break that back out this year, though. I'm going to come up with something new, make a new costume. So
I spent too much money on my costume last year, so I gotta get a couple of years worth out of it.
yeah, you were Boba Fett or something.
The Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Isn't Boba Fett a Mandalorian?
He is.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was kind of right.
Yeah, close enough.
Close enough.
My
We'll
Star
allow it.
Wars is not as good as yours.
You're not gonna show up to the Star Wars trivia podcast nights.
I mean, I'll show up, but I'm not going to say much.
We could pit you and Austin versus him and like somebody else on his level and just see how much of a bloodbath it would be.
How about you ask us Star Wars questions, and I'll come up with questions to ask you. I'll
That's
trump you.
also a good thing. You could like host an episode like that. I don't know if I'll be much better, but anyway, it would give me an opportunity to be on the team. So I don't know if Sam told you, but we're going to be building a permanent set in his basement. This is, believe it or not, this is very temporary here.
Really?
If only the audience can see the cluster that we are looking at. We're going to be making something so much better, and that's going to include like two different like tables that two people each could be sitting at.
Oh, yeah.
So we can like do games where it's like 2v2.
Oh, that'd be
So
fun,
like,
yeah.
game show stuff like that. So
like
yeah, that's
that.
kind of like one of the ideas we're bouncing around.
Well, hey, for what you got set up here, this is still a very cool setup and
This is
very
a-
nicely done.
This is a 40-minute setup, 40-minute takedown, every other week kind of thing.
That'll be nice once we
We're looking
have
forward
very
to
little to do.
We're looking forward to having some cable management and
Yeah.
permanent things set up so we don't have to keep setting it up.
No, I get that. Yeah, you don't want to have to deal with this all the time. I mean, there's a lot of different pieces here, so
Yeah,
I get
there's
that.
a lot going on.
Yeah.
Also, it's my bar, so
Yeah, well, you want the bar back. I get
Yeah.
that, too.
we have access to the fridge yet right next to me, but behind where you are, audience, is the rest of the bar, and we can't access that on podcast nights. So, fun fact, that's why we only drink beer on this set. We physically can't reach the alcohol. I suppose I could jump over the bar on that side, and maybe I can get something, but
All right. Well,
Anyway.
we don't have any other sports to throw in here, do we?
Not that I can think of.
All right.
no, I think
I think we're really going to be picking hard now, so...
I'll be falling asleep tonight and go, oh my god, how did we not think of
Yeah,
that?
there we go. That's for your next week.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go through our top three and bottom
Kickball.
three each, and then we're gonna show our boards to the camera. People can see it, and if they want to pause the video or whatever, they can see what we have. But I have football, hockey, and off-road racing as my top three, and my bottom three will actually have 4 as my bottom one. They're all pretty equal. Wrestling, competitive eating, cricket, and fishing.
Okay.
Chris, what about you?
So my top 3 are football, college basketball, and hockey. I would say hockey in person, NASCAR on the TV. Those are probably a kind of a tied 3 for me.
Okay.
And then my bottom 3 are the NBA, wrestling, cricket, and fencing. 2 of which I've never watched at all. So, yeah, the NBA sucks.
Agreed.
Unless the Pistons get good again, and then I won't say that anymore. So
Agreed.
I won't watch them, but I'll cheer for them.
Yeah.
Typically when it comes down to like basketball and baseball, I only care if the Brewers or the Bucks are doing like really good for a change.
Yeah.
Like this year, the Brewers are doing fantastic. Still haven't watched a game, but if it gets down there, I'm going to start watching because it's like, oh, this could be like a historical year. I don't know.
The only reason I'm paying attention to the Tigers this year is because last year they finished the season as the strongest team. They had the best second half of any MLB team last year. So like coming into this year, we had high hopes, or hoping they were going to do a little more than they did as far as like picking up players. But now that they're good, I watched it this year. But if they're bad again next year, I won't watch any baseball until the World Series comes around. So kind of the same way. Just my teams.
Actually, I don't come across many people that would find it interesting, but I can tell you that I've actually been to a Tigers game.
Yeah.
My old company is headquartered, it's headquartered in Mexico, but their office, like their main office, commercial office, I guess you can call it, was based out of Southfield.
Okay.
So I got the opportunity to be in a press box for one of the games.
Oh, that's
and that
cool.
was awesome.
Comerica Park's a cool
Park,
stadium.
yeah.
It really is.
It was cool. It was fun to watch.
Yeah. It won't be Comerica Park anymore because
Oh, really?
yeah, Comerica Bank got bought by Fifth Third Bank, so
Well, that's not
they're
fun
going to have to
say.
change the name in 27. Yeah, it's not going to be fun to say.
It's just like American Family Field.
Yeah,
It's not as
AmFam
good
Field.
as
You can spice
Miller
it up
Park.
and call it AmFam Field, but
Yeah.
that's just
No, my opinion is that, and I get it, it's naming rights, and they want that hundreds of millions of dollars they're
yeah.
going to get for that because that is really what they get. But
Advertising.
you can't change the name of a stadium. You can't. It's for the fans. It's always what it was, right?
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
it's always
exactly.
going to be Comerica Park. I'm not even a big Brewers fan. It's always going to be Miller Park, right? That's just what it is. You know, they can call it whatever they want.
Could you imagine if they tried to change, like, even Ford Field?
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Ford
if they
Field or Lambeau
Yeah,
Field.
Lambeau.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
if they
Lambeau
tried to
Field,
change
there would
Lambeau
be
Field?
riots.
Yeah, riots, absolutely.
Of drunk people, but riots. Brought in one hand, beer in the other, picket sign taped to their back.
Wielding a brat and cheese
Yeah.
wheel.
But no, you're right. I mean, it's insane to think that anybody would do that. And, you know, you don't have to worry so much about that because Lambeau
Yeah.
isn't, you know, paid for by
not
anybody.
branded.
Ford Field, even though it is branded by the Fords, it's also the Fords that own, you know, it's kind of a little bit weird there. So,
sure.
you know, I don't think those types of
They only
brandings
have
will
the
change, but I never thought Miller Park would change, right? The brewery's right there. Like, that's
But still-
Millertown. Like, why would you
But
change
Wasn't
that?
it like a 25 or 25-year contract that they had for that?
Something
the
like
It was a
naming of
long
that
time.
field? Yeah, it was like really long, and then it ended, and they were like, "Yeah, I guess we're not going to renew it."
Well, like,
Well, I thought the new renewal was like over $100 million or something like that. It was a lot of money.
probably.
I'm
wouldn't doubt
going
it.
to Google that because now I'm curious.
Yeah, that's worth a look. I think
I
one of
wonder
the
if it
other
was like
reasons.
an auction type thing,
One
or
of
if it
the-
was just a.
Yeah, it could have been. I think for Miller Coors as an entity, like they're just not interested in shoveling that money out because they're like Wisconsin isn't even their highest like brewing state, right? Aren't they based more so out of
I have no idea.
isn't it like Missouri or something? Or is that all? No,
I mean, I
that's-
know they're
just kidding.
headquartered here, but-
that's all Budweiser. Oh shit, where is Miller Coors now? But like they no longer have majority in Wisconsin, which is kind of sad.
Of brewing, I'm guessing.
I think so.
Because I feel like the headquarters is still
Or
here.
maybe I'm just
in
pulling that
Milwaukee,
factoid out of
right?
my ass. I could be wrong, but I could have swore that
It could be. No,
Miller
I mean
Coors.
it very well could be.
because even Leinenkugel's moved out of Chippewa Falls and now they're doing most of their brewing in Milwaukee.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh?
Like the Leinie Lodge
That's
is
interesting.
like shut down.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually wanted to go to that sometime.
Yeah, so
but-
the brewery there is shut down, but you can still go in and like they have a tap room and a gift shop and like that stuff.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's really a bummer because it was such a magnificent facility and that was their hometown and it's the Leinie Lodge.
It was 16 or 60 million, so it
60.
wasn't 100. I was
That's
thinking it was
still a lot,
100,
though.
but it's
Holy
60.
shit.
Yeah, that's a 15-year contract, but still, that 60 million is a
Yeah.
lot. And then as I was looking for that, it looks like they actually are going to start doing renovations to the stadium, and they're on the hook for some of that too. But it didn't say how much, so it's not cheap.
Wow.
So-
Yeah, that's
I mean, that's a
crazy.
lot of money just to have
Your
your
name
name
on it.
on a field.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But your name is everywhere.
That is true.
All of the merchandise,
A lot of
the
people see it.
signage.
Yeah, but have you ever been watching a Brewers game and been like, I'm going to switch insurances?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Miller Park makes sense, right? Like you watch a Brewer game and you're like, I'm going to have a
having
beer,
a beer.
right? Like,
That's it.
that
I
makes
saw the
sense.
Miller. I'm at Miller Park.
Yeah.
Beer, good. Insurance,
Bad.
Monday.
I kind of just want to look at that stadium and boo. Not because of the Brewers, because of insurance.
Any other year, it might have been because of the Brewers.
All right, Colin, top three, bottom three.
My top three: football, road racing is right up there. Love going to Road America. Huge fan. And I also have dirt track racing up there. I don't really watch too much dirt track racing, but I used to watch it a lot as a kid. And like the really cool stuff would come on late at night. Like around here we had Channel 32, the Speed Channel. And it was like figure eight racing and stuff where collisions could take place, and they did bus racing and stuff like that.
Figure eight's awesome.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They'll be like pulling a trailer or
crazy.
something. Just cool stuff. And that's a whole hodgepodge of things after that. I have a very large middle of the road section here. But at the bottom is very clearly wrestling, gymnastics, and fishing. Honorable mentions, basketball, soccer. So.
Back to the racing thing and watching all kinds of racing. Did you guys see the Wienermobile race this year?
No.
Did you hear about that?
I've heard about it.
I saw it, and I saw a couple pictures from it, but no, I did not watch it.
It was so stupid. those things cannot go fast enough for that track. It was the slowest motion race ever, and because of how slow it was so obvious that they rigged the whole thing too, because they got to like turn 4, and all of a sudden the guy in last place all of a sudden found 70 miles an hour and just started blowing by everybody because they were doing like 40. Perfect. It was funny, but it was like, okay, they don't need to do this again.
Right. Wow.
I think sprint car racing is so insane though, because if you think about it, just from a technical standpoint, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you have what is essentially like a 1,200 pound car, which is a half to a third of the weight of any street car, and then you're over 900 horsepower.
Yeah.
Which is a crazy amount of power.
Yeah.
And you have these big, massive tires on dirt to give you insane traction.
Yeah.
It's like, and then
on top of the fact that they're pinned the entire time, basically.
Basically, yeah. And you're going 130 miles an hour, 140 down the straight, and then you're slowing down to 90 miles an hour in the turn, but you're still turning at 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
That's and crazy. You have cars all around you too, and
you're not even really turning at 90. You're controlled sliding at 90. That's got to be such a crazy feeling.
You're sideways more than you're straight.
Yeah.
Also, when they go around those corners, you still have the distinction between who's going low and who's going high. But unlike stock car racing, where you can physically see your target and you are directly following somebody, these guys are sliding into a turn at an angle, and you don't know exactly what their trajectory is going to be based on their angle, their speed, where they are on the track. It is mind-boggling to me that there aren't more crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes they do it 4 wide too,
which is crazy.
Nuts.
On the same line of racing, so one of the coolest experiences I've ever gotten to do myself is my mom. We went down to visit my grandparents in Florida one year for Christmas, and my mom surprised me, my dad, and my brother with the NASCAR experience. So I got to do 6 laps with me driving around Daytona.
Nice.
That is awesome.
That's cool.
That was the wildest experience. They're putting you in an old sprint, or not an old sprint car, an old, sprint, but not the sprint you were talking about, the Xfinity car, whatever the lower level. But I think it was a sprint car. It was pretty old. And full fire suit, helmet. You have a spotter that's talking to you. And I did well enough that I was the fastest guy of the day. I got up to 154 or something like that.
Okay.
And they like go-karts. They have, your spotter has control over your max power. So you start out at doing 130, and as you show him you have control of the car, he'll give you more and more and more. But it's crazy. You get into those corners and you don't understand the banking at Daytona until you're in that car, and you're seriously like this. I mean, you feel like you're driving partially on the wall. It's such a wild experience. I highly recommend. I think it was $400. It's not cheap. It's worth it. Do it if you ever get the chance. Do it.
Road trip.
Yeah.
And anywhere would be cool, I'm sure, but Daytona, just because of what it is and everything.
yeah.
And you don't have to worry about, because the thing is I want to do it again now that I was just white knuckled the whole time. But the cool thing about Daytona is you're pinned, so the only thing you're thinking about is not crashing. You don't have to worry about shifting or speeds. You're just pinned the whole time.
Yeah.
But I do want to do the ride along too, because I had a Ricky Bobby moment where when he comes back after his injury. He's like, what was that? Was that a car? Yeah. Well, they're doing the ride-alongs the same time that I'm doing my self-driving. So they have professional drivers taking guys at 205 miles an hour around this track. And I felt like Ricky Bobby. I'm going. They actually let me pass someone. I was doing well enough that they let me pass someone else that was driving. So he's like, hey, when I tell you, he's like, you got to trust me. He's like, go up one lane. He's like, stay in that lane. He's like, I'll tell you when to go back down. And when that other car passed me, I was in like the second lane and he was in the fourth lane. And it was nerves. It was a lot of nerves. That car was going so fast by you, but do it. Do a road trip, do it, especially since you guys love racing.
Yeah, absolutely.
That
Have to
sounds
try
pretty
that.
cool.
And you can do it just about anywhere. Like Chicagoland might do it because they're bringing the Chicagoland track back up. And once they have that back up, I'm sure you could do that, and it'd be cool.
You can do it a few different places. There's Chicagoland.
My parents did the ride along in Vegas.
Vegas is
so I know
another
they
one.
do it.
Yeah. I think Phoenix, Arizona does theirs.
I don't think Michigan does.
I was just thinking about that. I don't know if they do.
I don't think they
Maybe
do.
not. Phoenix does.
Yep.
Yeah, lots of different places do that. Even, Road America, Sam's taken advantage of some classes there, too. And
Yeah.
We just have all the opportunity in the world where we are.
Yeah, you guys do
go to that.
track days and that, right? Out there. That's cool.
Sam does. I haven't tried it yet.
No.
Yeah, I've been trying to convince him for years to
Yeah.
come up.
How have you not? You got that awesome car. That thing would be
I
fun
know.
out there.
I baby my car.
I get it. Yeah.
Also, it's too low to take it out on the track now, I would reckon.
It's not too low.
It is.
No, it's not. Well, I mean, it is too low, but it's not too low for the track.
We'll see. I got to raise it. You got to help me raise that thing back up.
Yeah.
In the spring.
We got to raise it up like a half to a full inch, maybe.
Did you put
I
like a
think
lowering
half
kit on
inch.
it or something?
Yeah, it's got coilover suspension on
Okay.
it, and it's hot boy. It's cool. I love it. It's perfect how it is right now. Visually, it's not functional at all. Every little dip I go over, I can hear my tires rubbing the inside of my fenders, and it just
that's
jabs me in
bad.
the heart.
That's not good.
So the springtime might call for Collin growing up a little bit. I'm kind of getting over this whole low car stance thing. I think it's time I go for an off-road vehicle. Get something and jack it up. Go the opposite way.
You gonna get a Jeep?
No, better. Gonna get
4-inch lift on a Jeep?
No, better. I'm going to do a 4-inch lift on a Bronco.
Oh, yeah. You wanted the Bronco pretty bad.
Yes, really bad. So, total tangent here on our football and sports episode, but the reason why I like the Bronco so much, and I was trying to explain this to Katie, but she doesn't care. The Bronco is one of the very, very, very few vehicles that checks all of my boxes.
The new ones or an old one?
The new ones. Yep. So it's like one of the few vehicles that you can actually get nowadays in a manual transmission. It's not very fast. I guess that's one of the boxes that leaves unchecked. But
Yeah.
it's a comfortable new vehicle. You got all the features. You can have leather heated seats. And it's manual. And it's all-wheel drive, I guess, is the other big box, too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for Wisconsin,
Year-round
it's the total
vehicle.
Wisconsin vehicle.
Yep.
I don't know if I told you this, but when I bought my truck that I have now, I was very close to buying the Bronco because I bought that when the Bronco came out.
Oh,
And the reason I didn't get one is my dad and like Keith and a couple other guys, when I told them my plan, they're like, why would you buy a car the year it comes out? They're like, you don't know what problems you're going to have. You don't know if it's going to be back in the shop. And I don't know now how many issues they have or haven't had, but they're like, why would you do that now? And so then I completely went away from looking at them. But for a couple weeks, I was driving around looking at them because I really like those new Broncos.
Oh, yeah.
Now, given my choice, I want an old Bronco, but I don't have 40 grand laying around. So, I'm not going to do that.
It's crazy.
All right. 2 things to finish out our little discussion today on sports. I want you to go through this list and 2 things. What is your favorite sport to play? And then number 2, if you could be a pro in any of these sports, what sport would you choose?
Ooh, I like that. Okay.
So, clarification on the sport you like to play.
Or do. Yeah.
It's what you can physically do now, not what you want to do, right? Because that's your second point.
Yeah, I guess maybe you don't do it now, but like if you were to just play or do this sport in general, what would be your favorite?
Okay.
And then also if you were to go pro, what would that sport be? It could be the same as your favorite entirely, but I think that's kind of 2 different questions that could potentially have the same answer, but maybe not.
Yeah, I guess that's what I was trying to...
My favorite one to do is road racing. There's just such a huge adrenaline rush with having your car on track and just pushing it to the limits. And it takes it takes a lot of effort, like more than you'd think. Because after a session, I just feel like my body feels tired and my mind feels tired.
Sure.
You're just like, maybe you're not really using your body to its full extent, but you're like, you have G-forces you're experiencing, and you're also trying to hold yourself in your seat. And
I even after 6 laps at that Daytona when I did that, I felt it. I felt it in my arms. I actually talked to the guy about that. And I'm like, how do guys do this for 500 miles? Because I did like 12, and my arms were.
Yeah.
There's not power steering in those, right? Like it's tough. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's it's a big mental thing too, because you got to think like mentally you're on edge for those entire 20 or 25 minutes that you're on that track. Like your mind is like doing everything it possibly can.
They used to, when I was a kid and I was really into NASCAR, this commercial sticks in my brain today when I think of auto racing. It was an old cheesy commercial of Dale Earnhardt Jr. just carrying, I think it was like a Mountain Dew commercial or something, or whatever his drink sponsor was, Amp or whatever.
I don't remember.
He's walking along and this gorilla comes out of nowhere. He just fucking body checks the gorilla and the gorilla falls on its ass. It's like it's the most out-of-pocket commercial you've ever seen. Yeah. It's advertising the brand that he's doing, but it also tells you, on average, a NASCAR driver will feel up to 800 pounds of force in their tightest corner or whatever it is. It's like, holy shit, that's a lot of force.
Yeah.
I saw a thing where they were talking about in F1 and IndyCar, they have to be careful of how good they make these cars moving forward in the future, because they have the option of approaching an unsafe amount of G-force, because those cars can handle more than we can handle anymore. So yeah, it's crazy, just the G-force side of it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know what my pro would be yet, so I'll pass it off to you.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about it.
Well, I'm going to say fishing real quick, but I'm not going to say fishing because I've done very little actual competitive fishing. I like competitive fishing. I would do competitive fishing, but fishing for me is a hobby. It's not as much a sport in that mind, So I would say volleyball. Volleyball currently is my favorite sport to play. When I was in high school, it was football, but now since I've graduated, it's been volleyball.
Sure.
And then the sport I would want to go pro in, football. I mean, if we're talking perfect world, I'm Tom Brady. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the best quarterback. Yeah. Now, a little more realistically, I'd actually say golf, just because it's not, one of the scary things with a lot of these sports is the danger behind it. There's no danger in golf. I mean, you can pull something or whatever, right?
You could seriously tear your rotator cuff here, man.
Yeah. But, I mean, in football, guys end up with career-ending injuries, legs snap, things like that. So, like, as much as I say that, at the same time, that's so high risk, I feel like anymore I'd pick golf.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. I had a tough time with that. And mine are kind of interchangeable just because, like, I don't really play any sport at this point, nor can I picture myself. I think I would have the most fun playing football if I were to play a sport right now. also same with golf. Like if I was really good and going pro at that would be really fun also.
That's what's weird for me is because we all talked we're terrible at golf, but I feel like I would love golf
is
if I
still
was
fun.
good at it. Like if I was shooting under par every time I went out with my buddies, I feel like golf would be my favorite sport in the world. And that's why I had to throw that one out there. But I'm not, so it's hard to imagine that.
Yeah.
You know, I go out there and I'm like, I love golf for 7 holes, and then I don't want to play anymore. I'm out of balls, out of patience, out of beer.
Yeah. And then like I said, all of mine are kind of interchangeable. I can't figure out which one I would want to go pro with, but I think more so than not, I would be leaning towards road racing for going pro. I just see these guys driving like these spec Miatas for SCCAs, or even like the World Challenge sports cars. Like those just look so much fun.
Do you want to do like the long ones? Do you want to do like the 2 hour, 4 hour?
No,
you
I don't
want to
think
do like the 24s?
Yeah, I would want to do like just heats. I wouldn't want to do endurance.
I think the 24s would be cool with the team drivers and that kind of thing.
It's too long.
Yeah.
I'd want to do a shootout of some sorts. But yeah, racing would be something I would wish I could get into. But that's a dream and very little experience. So.
Yeah, I think for my pro one, I was thinking football at first, but then I was thinking, man, that's a lot of effort, but it is a lot of money. And there's the huge potential to be injured and stuff like that, so that's hard. And then I was thinking racing, and I was like, yeah, it would be cool to just have the money to race whatever I wanted and be great at it. But usually the money that you make from it, if you are able to make money, ends up going back into it in a lot of cases.
Sure.
But then you brought up golf, and I was like, yeah, golf would be perfect because it's just something I enjoy as a leisure activity. But if I was like naturally gifted at it, it would be
you could make millions of dollars on top of it.
I could make tons of money and then also just do something I really enjoy doing, and it's not hard on my body. And
the thing is you don't realize how much money these top golfers really do make. Not from the tour, but golf is I don't know this for a fact, but I bet you if we look it up, golf is probably the most popular activity that regular people do. So they have all these endorsements from Titleist and Callaway and, golf ball companies and all these types of things that these guys make so much extra money just from, their outside of the sport activities.
That totally makes sense.
It's not like, as a football player, you sell your team merchandise and your jersey and that, but you're not selling pads. Rydell's not looking for these guys to go out and do TV ads, right? But Callaway is. So.
Right. Yeah, everyone knows somebody who golfs in some capacity. Not everyone knows somebody who plays football or makes a lot of money off of football.
And golf's only going up in popularity. I've talked to, mean, the main example I'll use is my high school in the last couple of years, but I've heard it from people out here too. They're struggling to fill the football team, and the golf team has a waiting list. They have tryouts now. But a lot of me and my buddies talk. I mean, honestly, I loved football, but if I could go back and redo it, I might golf. That has a lot more. One, I like it, but two, in the career field I'm in, golf can be important at times too. It's a business opportunity. I wish I was better at golf.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I'm just so inconsistent at golf. There's no way I could ever dream about going pro.
No, me either. That's why it's hard to imagine, right? I think if I was shooting, 70s every time I went out on the local course, I'd be like, okay, this is what I want to go professional in. But I'm not. I'm shooting 120. So
yeah, for sure. Well,
that was a good discussion.
I think we pretty much covered everything there.
Let's throw up our boards.
Yeah.
Hopefully
people can read your handwriting.
Can read it. I think they can read that.
My camera's across the way.
Oh god, that's awful.
I'm an engineer. We're not known for handwriting.
True.
I tried to write in bold print.
All right, well, that wraps it up for this week. We do have episodes roughly every other week. I know lately, this summer mostly, been skipping out on some due to personal life stuff, but we're hoping going forward we still have it every other week. And like Collin mentioned earlier, we are looking to get a permanent set and kind of looking to change things up a little bit and have something more consistent. So We look forward to that, and we're always looking for more subscribers so that we can reach affiliate level on Twitch. And you can check out our videos after the live stream on YouTube if you can't make it for the stream.
Follow us on Twitch and follow us on YouTube. Make sure you tell your friends. We need to expand that number so we can reach that affiliate level. 50, no, they brought the follower count down, but we still need to do like average streams, and we need you chatters in there as well. We need average views to go up a little bit. I think our views were fine technically by their definition, but more views doesn't hurt. But yeah, like Sam said, we got some exciting stuff planned. We might have a complete overhaul of the channel too, we'll see. Big stuff planned.
Yep, thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll catch you in the next one.